Benson for the point.
Back to better through the block and down. Field goal!
Active pass. He'll look to fire deep and intercepted. Stretchy diving. He's in.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Friday evening on this October the 8th. It's high school football here on your live event. As tonight, it's homecoming night for the Central Cass Squirrels as they tangle with the Linton HMB Lions. I'm Chase Miller alongside with Reggie Funk, our cameraman here on this Friday. And coming into tonight, some overcloud skies. About an hour ago was nice and sunny, but still homecoming night for the 6-1 Central Cass Squirrels, tangling with the 2-5 Linton HMB Lions. From a year ago, Linton HMB, the 2020 nine-man state champs. They lost 6 seniors from last year, currently with 2 seniors on their roster entering tonight and coming off a 3-point loss against Fargo Oak Grove on October the 1st of 23-20 in Linton. On the opposite side for the Central Cass Squirrels, a squad that has won back-to-back contests after losing to Kindred. They defeated Ellendale Edgeley Cullum a week ago tonight, 42-22. The Squirrels head coach by Tommy Butler. We'll hear from him on our Irie Insurance pregame show. Also, we'll get a little inside dive with Tanner Purinton, the head coach for the Linton HMB Lions, all before we get to starting lineups and the opening kick tonight here from Castleton. It is the first series meeting, taking a look at the reclassification with these teams again. Central Cass a year ago in AA for Linton HMB. They were a 9-man. Linton HMB will decline the coin toss and elect to kick. So Linton HMB will get the ball to start the second half of play. Take a look at these two squads from what we've seen so far here on the season. Linton HMB again, after winning 2 straight to open up the season, the Lions have lost 5 in a row, all in Southeast Regional play. The Lions lost by 2 points at Sargent County on September the 17th and lost again by 3 points against the Grovers last time out. On the opposite side for the Squirrels, they've won 4 straight games to open up the year. Their lone loss, a 37-0 defeat at Kindred. Since then, the Squirrels again have won back-to-back games. If the Squirrels take care of business tonight and next week hosting Oak Grove, Central Cass again will earn a playoff home game in the first round of the 11B playoffs. They would need to win out and have Kindred lose out against Oaks and Lisbon to earn the top seed from the region. And in Southeast Region play from earlier tonight, a final, the Lisbon Broncos took care of Sargent County 40-6. So the Lisbon Broncos, with that win, they improved to 4-2 in regional play. Sargent County now sits at 3-3, and also an upset. Number 5 ranked Velva Garrison loses to Bishop Bryan earlier today out in the Magic City, 20-12, a final in that contest. Still upcoming here in Southeast Regional play tonight, Kindred travels to Oaks and Ellendale Edgeley Cullum at Fargo Oak Grove. Also a game you can watch right here on your live event. It's the Irie Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. We'll take a quick time out. We come back. We are from Central Cass head coach. That's Tommy Butler. It's the 6-1 Squirrels and the 2-5 Lions here tonight on your live event.
The Ada EDA is committed to improving the quality of life for Ada residents by providing assistance to new and small businesses, developing and assisting with affordable housing to provide economic growth in our community, and including building incentives with affordable lots in great locations with amenities, and also city property tax abatement and free city utilities. For information, contact City of Ada 784-5522 or visit the City of Ada website adamn.gov.
Cass Squirrels and Linton HMB. With us now is Tommy Butler, head coach for Central Cass. And Tommy, let's start there. Homecoming night. I know for the students, for the players, the cheerleaders, maybe mom and dad out there, it's a lot of fun. For coaches, it might add another distraction, but it always seems like anytime you get to homecoming night, a lot of kids, a lot of community, the place is packed. What does homecoming night mean to you?
You know, I think for our guys, it's been awesome. I don't think it's really been much of a distraction at all. Obviously, all of our homecoming court is football players, which to me is a big deal for me as a football coach. But honestly, our guys have had a ton of fun. But when it came time to get to football, they've been all business. So and I think that's really kind of how this team has been the entire year. Is we like to have fun, we like to joke, we like to do those things, but when it comes time for the game and implementing stuff and everything like that, they're 100% locked in. So, I love where we're at. I love like you said, the community stuff. It's been unbelievable this year. Our home atmosphere has been unreal. So, I'm really looking forward to the game.
Mentioned about the guys in the homecoming court. That means obviously a lot of senior leadership as well. Does that carry over in some of the traits that you've seen so far through 7 games in terms of what this senior class has been through as a group, but also what their expectations are for this season?
Yeah, I think, like you said, our senior leadership's been phenomenal. And really it's trickled down into everybody. I mean, our culture as a team is greater than what I've hoped for. It's probably the thing I'm most proud of as a coach is, our leadership on our team isn't just, our captains or isn't just the seniors. It's every group has guys that are the leaders of that group. And we've had a couple new additions to the team and honestly, they've just come right in and basically they just get right in line with everybody. And again, I think that's, like you said, definitely something that our seniors have really shown the model for. They've now been in this program with me for all 3 years now. And it's better than what I've ever could have hoped for. And like I said, I love where this team is at right now. I think we're in a really good spot for this year.
Going up against Linton HMB, a team that was 9-man state champs, lost 6 seniors, only 2 seniors on this year's team, but still a squad that knows what it takes to win a 4-quarter game, particularly Dean and Derek Vetter on the inside. Obviously what they can do a little bit on the outside with Fody, their other senior. When you look at Linton HMB, 2-5 record, but I'm guessing you see a different team than what their record shows.
100%. I mean, they're physical, they're big, they're really big. And we've told our guys all week that it's, we're not looking at records. We're not looking at any of that kind of stuff. We're playing each play, like it's an undefeated state championship team. And again, I think, like you said, just going back to that point we just made about our leadership, I think nobody has backed away from that. We haven't let any of those thoughts creep into our mind. We showed them they scored twice against Kindred, a team we couldn't score against. So I think our guys, are definitely taking this as it's not just a walkthrough game for sure. It's again prepping us for the playoffs. Like you said, their fullback is freaking huge, physical kid. So I think we're looking forward to the challenge that they're going to bring. But we know they're going to take shots, offensively. So again, I think we're ready for it. We're really excited to get through homecoming week and now get to the game.
Final thing for you here with Coach Butler again from Central Cass on our Irie Insurance pregame show. Taking a look at some of the guys. I know Jake Deutsch probably takes a lot of headlines, and Owen Wiersma, Majo obviously at quarterback. But what has it been about the guys up front, both offensively and defensively, that maybe allows the McKennies of the world on defense to make the tackles or gives an opportunity for Jake to make a SportsCenter top 10 highlight play? What about those guys up front?
I mean, those guys have been tremendous all year long. Our front five, with Dylan Sell, Nate Burley, Micah Van Hall, Tyler Cruchet, and Garrett Haugen they've been excellent. They're a unique group, fun group that's constantly working, together. Nate was hurt earlier in the year, switched positions now, and getting him back. I mean, he's playing on a torn ACL, and the guy's just an animal. So I feel like we're getting that physicality back that we kind of lost kind of midpoint of the year there. So, but those guys, and then all of those guys all play defense. With Ryan Stafford's been a big addition this year. He's had one of the biggest blow-ups from, a guy that in 6th, 7th grade was just this little guy that really wasn't much of an athlete to now contributes heavily defensively, gives us unbelievable looks. Anthony Hoole's another guy that's really mixed in a bunch for us, and Miles Vance defensively. Those guys have all been just awesome for us. And again, I think, like you said, that those guys are opening stuff up. But we always tell them, it's especially defensively, you're not a pawn. We don't want you just taking up blocks. We want you to make plays. So I think we're really starting to get that mentality of, you are here to make plays. It's not just stand there and be that guy. And same thing offensively. Our guys have really bought into, we're trying to make highlight reel blocks too. Sure, it's sweet that Jake gets a sweet catch or Owen has this big run. But we're trying to do some stuff up front. So I love what we're at.
Hey, Coach Butler, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here against the Lions.
Appreciate it. Go Squirrels.
Then again, head coach Tommy Butler with us here on our Irie Insurance pregame show. The Central Cass Squirrels again 6-1 on the season for Linton HMB, a mark of 2-5. That does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. We come back after this. We'll take a look at the starting lineups alongside the opening kick here tonight on homecoming night in Castleton, North Dakota, and we hope that the rain stays away for the next couple of hours in this particular contest. Quick timeout. We're back after this. The starting lineups and the opening kick in Castleton between Linton HMB and Central Cass here on your live event.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country. Experts in every field.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
Starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
As we're back here from Castleton, that does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. Linton HMB won the opening coin toss and elected to defer, so they will start and kick off to start tonight's game here. Linton HMB on the defensive side. The Lions, again, head coached by Tanner Purinton. They'll go like this up front, a 4-3 defense. Aaron Meyer from Strasburg, Zeeland, the junior, 175. Also defensive end, Landon Bush, a junior at 180. Derek Vetter, the big guy inside at 315, a junior, and also playing defensive tackle, Aaron Hoffwald, a junior at 345 on the interior. Riley Richter at running back alongside Dean Vetter and Gentry Richter. Gentry is a freshman at 180. Corners of Jace Jokum and Grant Bush. And then you have Joe Fody, the senior at 165, and Justin Chosick here for Linton HMB, a sophomore at 140 for the Linton HMB Lions. The Lions so far this season defensively giving up 26 points per game, 290 yards of total offense with 171 of those yards coming up on the ground. A big stat for the Lions so far this season, -7 in the turnover column. One thing Tanner Purinton was talking to us earlier in the week, saying what they've seen so far from going to 9-man to 11-man, less space for playmakers, tougher to bounce the big runs on the outside, and also going up against a bigger opposition front offensively and defensively. And Coach Purinton also said there's 0 off nights in the southeast region. So that's a little look at what we've seen from Linton HMB. Now to the Central Cass Squirrels. Squirrels offensively, up front, Dylan Sell at left tackle, a 6'3 junior at 230 pounds. You have Nate Burley at left guard, a 6'1 at 230 as well. Michael Van Hall, the center at junior, 6', 205. Tyler Cruchet, a sophomore at 5'11", 205. And Garrett Haugen, a 6'1 junior at 215. Wide receivers of Will Ellenson at 6'2", a senior, 14 receptions for 121 yards, and Jake Deutsch, 28 receptions for 644 yards, and tied a school high for 11 receiving touchdowns so far on his season. Frosty Wisniewski, a 6-foot senior as well, 11 receptions for 188 yards. Tight end Ashton Chapeski, a 5'11 junior with 3 receptions. Owen Wiersma, the tailback, leading the Squirrels with 883 yards and 14 touchdowns. And then Brandon Maggio, the 6'3 senior, with 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions so far on this season for the Central Cass Squirrels. Third year at the helm here for Tommy Butler, the head coach for the Squirrels, averaging 30 points per game, while 327 yards of offense with 177 passing, 150 rushing. The Squirrels convert third downs at 41.7% of the season. Homecoming night here for Central Cass, as they will honor a little bit later on here tonight the 1991 boys basketball team that went 25-2, finished third place at state. The homecoming king is Frosty Wisniewski, and the homecoming queen is Jalen Cotton here for the Central Cass Squirrels. Glad you're joining us. Make sure you go to yourliveevent.com to check out the complete rundown throughout the weeks of what we have coming up for the remainder of our high school football coverage. And crazy to say, we'll figure out the 9-man playoff bracket tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. 9-man football is officially wrapping up tonight for the regular season. They're in the playoffs next weekend for 11B. Tonight and a week from tonight wraps up the regular season, and then for the A schools, they have 3 more regular season games before they get to the playoffs. Volleyball a little bit a month from now before they get to the postseason. But as we've turned the script from September to October, a gorgeous day here in the eastern part of the state in the Red River Valley, but now some ominous clouds are rolling through. A stiff breeze that is coming from the north end of the football field, and Linton HMB will kick off at their back. So they will have the wind at their back here for the Lions. Dean Vetter puts the ball on the 40. If it goes in the end zone again, it is an automatic touchback in high school football. As we get ready to go here, Vetter the right-footed kick at 7:02 on a Friday night. As this one goes almost all the way back, receiving at the 1 is Deutsch. Deutsch between the hashes, gets to 25, has a crease, cuts back into the Squirrels sideline now at the 35 to the numbers 40 to the 45, and he's taken down by Vetter right at midfield, and great starting field position for the Central Cass Squirrels. Deutsch, that one goes for 47 yards all the way up to the 48-yard line. First down and 10 Squirrels with great starting field position here to begin this contest. The Squirrels so far on the season again, a squad that likes to score early and often. They put up 31 at Hillsborough Central Valley, 42 against Thompson, 26 against Sargent County in their opening 3 games of the season. Coming out in that little pistol formation is Brendan Maggio, stands at 6'3". This one going to be a little flea flicker here as they're going down the field looking for Frosty Wisniewski. Does he catch it at the 21? Oh, that was close. And they'll say it one hopped off the turf here, but Newski had to come back and try to handle that football. Just a little bit underthrown, but again, going into the breeze here tonight, if you're going from the right to the left of the screen or from the south to the north end zone, you have a stiff breeze that Maggio had to contend with there. So second down and 10 as the Squirrels right away go to a little bit of their trickery to start this contest off. Maggio handoff, Wiersma past the 50, takes a Vetter tackle with him into the 40, gets the first down into Lions territory. Healthy 13-yard rush for Wiersma. And first down here for the Central Cass Squirrels. Wiersma now with a 851 yards rushing on 139 attempts so far this season. Opening drive here for Central Cass. Deutsch out to the right-hand side. 2 wide receivers near sideline. Will Ellison in the slot for Linton HMB. 4 down linemen here with 7 men in the box, playing a little over 2 on the safeties. Here's a quick screen. This goes to Ellison. Ellison has it past the 35, close to the line to gain. We'll see where they mark him out. Looks to be close to the 25-yard line. That'll be 14 yards on a quick little pitch and catch there from Maggio. And that's going to be another first down here for the Squirrels. So last 2 plays, 2 first downs, and Central Cass knocking on the door early with 11:27 left to go here in this first quarter. As they have it, same formation, 2 wide receivers near sideline, 1 to the right. Maggio looks at the defense, little stretch handoff. Wiersma makes a cut back in, and then Vetter's going to be there for Linton HMB, and Vetter brings him down for about a 1-yard gain. Dean Vetter, the senior at 220 pounds, a second-team All-Stater from a year ago in 9-man football, and he plays fullback as well. So you get that fullback, middle linebacker spot here. And the one thing, again, talking to Coach Butler earlier this week, was about knowing where 25 is on the football field at all times for the Lions. 2nd down and 9 upcoming here for the Squirrels. Ball at the 24. 2 wide receivers split out right-hand side. Deutsch the near one to the near sideline here. This one zipped out to Wisniewski at the 20-yard line. Wisniewski gets popped out of bounds at about the 17. Looks to be just shy of the first down. 3rd down upcoming, but not before a healthy gain of 7 yards. Wisniewski with his first catch so far here of the night on the season. Frosty now at 12 receptions for 195 yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. 3rd down and short here for Central Cass on this opening drive that started at their own 48-yard line. 1 wide receiver split out either side. Dot in the eye again is Wiersma. Handoff. This one going to be bouncing to the left-hand side behind Selin Burley. It's going to be about a yard shy of the first as Wiersma gets 1 hard-earned yard. 4th down and short upcoming here for the Squirrels. They need to get to the 15. That ball at about the 16-yard line right now, right between the hashes. We've seen Maggio a little bit in the pistol so far and under center that time. The big guys up front again, Aaron Hoffwald at junior 345, Derek Vetter, a junior at 315 here for the Lions. So Van Hall, Burley, and Cruchet, we'll see if they go QB keeper or another handoff to Wiersma. Maggio with a hard count. QB keeper has the first down and a little bit more to get to the 14-yard line. 1.5 yards there on the rush and a first down here for Central Cass. Nice, safe, easy play called in here from the Central Cass coaches as they're able to get that first down. The Squirrels this drive has so far taken a little over 2 minutes as it's matriculated down the field for about 38 yards. As they look down at their wristbands here looking for the first. Central Cass, a team, made the playoffs 6 of the last 8 years. In Class AA, 2015 and 18, they made as far as the semifinals. This one going to be to the near sideline here for Central Cass to about the 11-yard line as that comes in on the rush. Isaac Wisniewski able to get 2 yards on that particular gain. 2nd down and 8 upcoming here for Central Cass. One thing for Linton HMB in this club, they're not going to make the postseason here in 2021. They only are losing 2 seniors from a squad. As a 9-man state champ from years ago, they only lost 6. So a lot of juniors and sophomores getting some reps here for the Lions tonight. 2nd down and 8 handoff. Wiersma has a crease to the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown Squirrels. This goes 12 yards, and Central Cass hits pay dirt for the first time tonight with 8:56 left to play in the first quarter. And Owen Wiersma, 12-yard rushing touchdown, gives the Squirrels their first lead of the game. Nice little hole that time between Cruchet and Haugen on the right-hand side as Central Cass is able to get on the board first. And they'll come out here with the opportunity. Carter Verkota, 24 of 26 on the season from PATs. As they'll come on for the extra point, clean snap, they'll hold a line drive kick, end over end is good, and we got a new score. It's the Squirrels 7. The Lions will touch the ball for the first time when we come back after this here on your live event.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Well, that drive goes 52 yards, 3 minutes and 4 seconds come off the clock, and Wiersma puts the punctuation mark with a 12-yard rushing touchdown here for Central Cass. 1 possession, 1 score. Wiersma on that particular drive, 4 carries for 25 yards and a touchdown. Maggio goes 2 for 3 for 21 yards, and Ellenson was the leading receiver with 1 catch for 14 yards. And for the first time tonight, we will see the Lions with the football. And Central Cass with Vercoda will put this one on the tee here for the Squirrels, kicking into still a stiff breeze here in Castleton. This one, a line drive end over end kick that gets returned at the 19-yard line here by Linton HMB, getting tripped up to about the 31-yard line. Justin Chosick, as Chosick gets up to about the 32, so not too shabby a field position here for the Linton HMB Lions, as they'll take over with 8:52 left to play here in this first quarter. For Linton HMB, averaging 15 points per game offensively, 283 yards of offense with a $140 on the ground. The problem with the Lions this year, 11 turnovers offensively in 7 games. I formation here for Linton HMB. Lean out is Trace King, the junior, at 145. King, handoff. This goes left-hand side. Holzer able to jump past the 35, taken down to about the 37-yard line, as the Squirrels able to come in on the middle there and try to wrap up and get the tackle there with Williams, but not before the junior tailback. Nathan Holzer is averaging 4 yards per rush, able to get 5 on his first carry of the night. We'll get to starting lineups after this play. 2nd down and 5 between the hashes, and the Lions, what they would love to do is run it right down your throat. That's what they did in 9-man football last year. That's what they want to do it here, and Holzer does it again right up the middle, and he's into Central Cass territory. The ball comes out late. Was Holzer on the ground, or is it going to be a fumble? We'll see what happens here. It looks like they're going to call it a fumble, and they do. The Squirrels recover. 1st and 10, Central Cass. Holzer was able to get the first down and some on the 11-yard rush, but we just made mention again of the turnover bug, and that comes up there. So a fumble on the second play of the game here for the Lions, and Central Cass will start with it at their own 42-yard line here for the Squirrels with 8:12 left to play in this first quarter. See how quickly Central Cass can try to capitalize as it come out. Ellison has to go behind the line of scrimmage there for a second and try to catch that football as that goes to about the 4-yard line. Good job there by Will Ellison again, just able to catch that ball and get a couple of yards of offense on that particular play. The Central Cass Squirrels taking a look at their last 2 weeks, 41-8 against Lisbon 2 weeks ago here at home on your live event. Ellendale Edgeley Column, a 42-22 win over the Thunder. And back-to-back wins here for the Squirrels. They want to continue that offensive momentum now. Wiersma tries to bounce it out to the outside. Gets a block past the 50. Look out to the 40. Wiersma 35, and he gets taken down at the 30-yard line. Wiersma with a great rush of 26 yards for the long of the night. 5 carries for 51 yards for Owen, and the Squirrels are right back on it. Going back to Coach Burenton, though, he made a little talking with him earlier in the week for Linton HMB. He talked about how, it's just been the missed tackles, the assignments, the turnovers that has led to Linton HMB winning their first 2 games of the season and losing 5 straight, and we saw the turnover bug hit him here in the first quarter. A little read option. This one goes to Wiersma. Wiersma's going to get met right at the line and stuck. Part of the party there for the Lions. Aaron Meyer, a junior at 175. Meyer, one of the Strasburg-Zeeland players here for the Lions co-op. So make it ball spotted at about the 29.5-yard line there for Wiersma. And the Squirrels will be back on it for a 2nd down and long. Twins the near sideline, make that trips. For Linton HMB, we'll see if they rush more than 4. They just bring 4. A little quick catch to about the 26-yard line. Maggio rifles it out there as that's going to be complete to Frosty Wisniewski. Able to get 4 good yards. Maggio now for 27 yards passing. Wisniewski 2 receptions for 11 yards, and the Squirrels have pretty much owned the time of possession here outside of 2 particular plays from the Lions. It's been all Central Cass offensively right now, just nickel and diming, getting a couple big plays. We'll see what they draw up here on 3rd down and 5. They need to get to about the 20-yard line here for Maggio. Maggio in the flat. That's going to be caught for the Squirrels. Wiersma to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Wiersma, can he get in? He does! Touchdown, Central Cass! Wiersma slithers his way on the near sideline for 26 yards, and the Squirrels now lead at 13-rip. Wiersma just followed his main blocker, and the Squirrels able to get a passing touchdown of 26 yards. Maggio goes to Wiersma, and for Central Cass, they're right back on the board with a 26-yard touchdown lead at 13-0. Wiersma's 15th passing touchdown of the season for Wiersma. That's his first receiving touchdown, his 15th overall in terms of rushing and receiving. Point after attempt, that puppy's through the uprights. New score, 6:16 left to play in the first quarter. It's Central Cass 14, the Lions scoreless here on your live event.
Schedules can be a slippery slope. With yourliveevent.com, that's just not the case. Find schedules for select Minnesota and North Dakota high school athletics at our website. That's www.yourliveevent.com. For schedule updates, follow our social media pages. Never miss again when it comes to scheduling with your live event.
Emery Vistos Implement has been family-owned and operated since 1935. Located in Oaks, North Dakota, they sell CarQuest automotive parts and numerous lines of agriculture parts, from edible bean equipment to air compressors and pressure washers to Georgia and Rocky boots and grills. Anything you need is under one roof at Emery Vistos Implement. Stop in just south of Oaks on Highway 1 or go online to vistoimplement.com. That's vistoimplement.com for more information. Back here in Castleton, a short kick. It's taken out of bounds past the 35 to about the 36-yard line, as that's going to be Grant Bush there, the junior, able to take that one out. But the Squirrels able to go 58 yards in 1 minute and 54 seconds, capped off by a 26-yard passing touchdown. Maggio to Wiersma did the majority of the work, and for Linton HMB, a couple good runs to start in the opening quarter here, but again, that ball got popped out late, and Holzer fumbled the football. Now Linton HMB will start with it, first down and 10, and we'll come on with that I formation yet again. King with a hard count on the near side. One wide receiver split out either side. Handoff left-hand side. Holzer's going to get met right at the line for about a 2-yard gain. Coming in is Miles Vance on the tackle. And Holzer able to get his third carry of the night. Guys up front here for Linton HMB. Gentry Richter, a freshman at 180 left tackle. Justin Martin at left guard. Landon Schumacher, the center, a junior at 190. Derek Vetter, the 315 junior, and Caden Massett, the sophomore at 170 here for the Lions. We're in those white tops with maroon helmets and maroon pants with the silver face mask. Second down and 8, I formation again. Handoff. This goes right behind the fullback Vetter, but Central Cass was ready for it. It's going to be a good rip and run on that one. The Squirrels coming up with Cameron Parker, also part of the gang, able to get 1 yard on the rush. Here is Holzer. So 4 plays all have been to Holzer. Holzer, the junior, at 160. Dean Vetter, the fullback. Wide receivers of Grant Bush and Joe Fody, the tight end of Landon Bush, and the quarterback of Trace King. The guys up front, Ryan Stafford, Garrett Haugen, and Dylan Sell at the defensive line spot. 3 down linemen, 5 backers. Here comes third down and 7, ball between the hashes. They need the 46. King has some time now, getting flustered, and King gets sacked in the backfield. Central Cass will come with Miles Vance for a loss. That's of -8 yards, and it's a 3 and out here for Linton HMB. The Squirrels linebacking core there of Vance, able to apply some pressure on the outside. Marcus Bifford on the inside with Kay McKinnon, Williams, and Cruchet. Corners of Wisniewski and Deutsch, and alongside Ellison in the backfield at defensive back. And this one is starting to get away from the Lions early here in this first quarter. Central Cass able to have 2 drives and 2 scores, both of 40-plus yards. They already have mounted 100 yards of offense tonight here for Central Cass in the opening 8 minutes. And standing back is Dean Vetter, the punter, back at his own 20-yard line here. We might get a delay of game. We'll see where this comes from. If this is, it'll be our first penalty of the night. And for Central Cass, they'll take it back 5 yards for Linton HMB, their first yellow hanky of the night, as it comes back out here for the Lions. Vetter handles the kickoff, and alongside the punting duties, Landon Bush is the long snapper here for the Lions. Clean snap. Vetter tries to get this one off. He does. A wobbler end over end that comes down the near side and taken there by Wisniewski at the 30. Wisniewski looks to make a Lion miss. He does, still at the 35, going east to west. Wisniewski now at the 40, cuts back in, 45, and now we have a couple more flags on the play. This will either be a face mask or potentially a block in the back with how Wisniewski was running. We have one at the 45 and one at the 38 respectively here. Good rush there by Wisniewski, able to get that little crease to start. Then he's looking for the big play and bouncing outside. We're going to have on this one, as it looks like to be on Linton HMB for the face mask, and it is. So Lions, their second penalty of the night, this one for 20 yards, so add it to the return. And Central Cass with great field position here in their third possession of the first quarter. This will be at the 39-yard line. 3:36 left to play here in the first quarter at the 39-yard line here of Linton HMB, and the Squirrels will see where they go here. Motion man in the backfield, little toss as this one's going to come to the inside. Ellenson gets past the 35. We do have another hanky on the field, the yellow flag. Seen that now in 3 of the last 4 plays, as this one was able to get to about the 33-yard line. This one will go against Central Cass and from the spot of the foul of the 39. And we'll mark them back up 10. So for Central Cass, their first penalty. And for Linton HMB right now, you're just looking to get your foot in the ground here, try to get a turnover on downs or a 3 and out, and try to get the ball back to your offense. For Central Cass, here's where you got a team on the ropes and kind of want to get that extra nail, keep going through and try to get up by 3 scores against an offense. And the Lions, that's only been able to score 15 points per game this season. Linton HMB, I see a motion man and Ellenson back in the backfield. They fake that. Maggio has some time. They set up the screen to Wiersma, incomplete. And that was a little bit too high there, as the Lions able to sniff that one out a little bit with Gentry Richter. Makes it second down and about a country mile upcoming here for the Squirrels. Maggio, nice night so far. 5 of 7 through the air with 53 yards and a passing touchdown. Able to just kind of take what the defense has given. We've seen a play that went to Wiersma in the flat for 26 yards. Also a 14-yard reception to Ellenson, and he's hit Wisniewski a couple times, the longest reception of 7 yards. So second down and long here for Central Cass, right at midfield on that squirrel emblem here for Central Cass. Linton HMB, they'll bring 4. This one a quick slant down the middle and firing one right in there for a healthy gain of about 8 yards goes to Deutsch. Coming in on a tackle for Linton HMB, Carter Pfeiffer, the junior at 150. I was able to get 9 yards, though, there for Maggio, as that one goes again to Deutsch, his first reception of the night for Jake, now with 29 receiving receptions on the season for 651 yards to lead the Squirrels. So 4 different Central Cass receivers, including Wiersma on the backfield, have a reception early in this one. Third down and a long 9 for Central Cass. They will need the 29 of Linton HMB for the first. Maggio looking for the deep out pattern. Climbing the ladder there is Deutsch. Deutsch has the first down and some to the 27-yard line here for Central Cass. On the coverage was Jace Jokum, the sophomore, but not before Deutsch runs a quick deep out route for 12 yards and a first down here for Central Cass. So Deutsch is just one of the many weapons here for Coach Butler, and it shows early in this particular contest for Central Cass. 2 minutes left to play here in the opening quarter, as the Squirrels right now are right back outside the red zone here of the Lions. Wiersma in the backfield, Maggio in that little pistol formation. Read option play, and Wiersma able to bounce it out to the outside. Now looks to cut back in, gets by one defender, makes another juke at the hash, and he gets the first down to the 16-yard line. So 11 yards on the rush by Owen. He did a lot of that just looking at the lanes, able to make a quick little stick in the ground at about the 27-yard line, gets to the hash and able to keep the wheels burning inside the red zone here for the Squirrels. Central Cass, a squad again, 150 yards rushing, 177 yards passing per game this season. It's kind of balance you like, especially with these weapons of Wiersma, Wisniewski, Deutsch, Ellenson and company here for Coach Tommy Butler and Brandon Maggio, the quarterback for Central Cass. 1st and 10. We'll see where they're looking for this one. Looking for Deutsch in the back of the end zone. Deutsch beat his man, but can't come up with the catch. Ever so close. Deutsch ran a deep post and came back out. And Deutsch had the real estate there in the back of the end zone, but just missed it out of his hands. Good-looking throw there by Maggio. Led him a little bit too far, but again, a very stiff wind that he has to contend with into his face on that one. A great throw by Maggio, just unable to complete that particular play, but we'll see if Central Cass goes back to the well on that one later on. Trace King right now trying to cover Deutsch, and now they switch him out as coming back over. We have this one up the middle. This Wiersma to the 10. Wiersma gets close to about the 7-yard line. Vetter in on the tackle. That's Dean. Able to get to about the 9 yards on the rush by Wiersma. Owen now 8 carries for 72 yards, and Central Cass. 3rd down is the play clock and game clock, about a 30-second differential here for the Squirrels. Central Cass with a 48-yard touch, a 52-yard touchdown drive, a 58-yard touchdown drive, and now they're trying to add to that one with a 39-yard touchdown drive here on a 3rd down and 1. Handoff. Wiersma makes a cut, has the first down, taken down there by Derek Vetter, but has the first for 2 yards, and it's a 1st and goal upcoming here for the Squirrels. Central Cass, they don't have to run a play for the rest of the quarter if they don't want to. It looks like Central Cass, that's what they're going to do. They're going to take a good 14 points to start this quarter, take a 14-0 lead, and go all the way down to the other end of the field here as we start the second quarter play. For Central Cass, 2 drives, 2 scores in the first quarter, the 3rd one upcoming. For Linton HMB, a fumble on their second play of scrimmage and then a punt. We'll see if the Squirrels can add another touchdown, or can Linton HMB try to get a turnover or at least build a little bit of a wall and make it tough for the Squirrels. When we come back here on your live event, it's 11B football. Squirrels up by 14 here on your live event.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
The team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
Back in Castleton on a homecoming night for the hometown fans. So far, with a smile on their face, up 14-0 early in this particular contest. Reggie Funk handling the camera. Chase Miller with you here in Castleton. 14-0 Central Cass as they'll come out with Maggio under center. Dot in the eye is Wiersma here for the Squirrels going to that south end zone. This is a play action rolling right-hand side. Maggio has the option to pass or throw. He's going to pass incomplete. And 2 Squirrels in the pattern and the back of the pylon there makes it 2nd and goal upcoming here for Central Cass. Coming up on our halftime show, we'll take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard from some of the games going on right now throughout the Red River Valley, and also preview what's to come here for Central Cass and Linton HMB on their final game of the regular season. Earlier tonight, Lisbon defeated Sargent County 40-6, a final in that one, so the Broncos one step closer to trying to make the postseason here in 11B football. Central Cass will love 2 wins and 2 kinder losses to be the 1 seed. Otherwise, they'll end up being the 2 from the southeast region. Handoff, Wiersma. Wiersma gets met right at the 5-yard line, and the aforementioned Dean Vetter is just everywhere at middle linebacker for about a 1-yard gain there for Owen. 3rd and goal upcoming here for the Squirrels on their 3rd possession of the game that started at their own at the 39-yard line. Kindred leads Oaks late in the first quarter. It's the Kindred Vikings 15, the Oaks Tornadoes scoreless late in the first quarter in that particular contest. Here it comes, 3rd down and goal, ball at the 4-yard line. 8 seconds on the play clock here for Maggio at the quarterback spot. Gets the play off, a little bit of a low snap. Maggio has some time to throw, looks down the middle. That's going to be incomplete. Wisniewski had a chance. Might have saw a line trying to come in front of him and give him a pop there as Grant Bush just came across like a streak trying to get that one. Instead, it's incomplete. And for the Central Cass Squirrels, they'll come on for the field goal and try to get up by 3 scores in this contest. Carter Verkota stands back. It's a 21-yard field goal opportunity. Verkota 2 of 3 on field goals on the year with as long of 26 yards. Will Ellenson is the holder. This one right between the hashes, right-footed kick. And that one looks to split the uprights. It does. 17-0 Central Cass. New score with 10:59 left to play in the first half. It's a Squirrels 17, Alliance scoreless here on your live event.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Update for you in Lemoore, 9-man football. The Lobos 8, Enderlin Maple Valley scoreless with 5:30 left to play in the first half. So the Falcons giving the Lobos all they can handle. This season in 9B football, the Lobos have outscored their opposition 429-12. They have absolutely owned the competition in 9-man football this year. Central Cass will put this one on the tee. Carter Verkota after making that field goal. This one a line drive kick that's going to bounce at the 10 and takes another hop into the end zone. And for the Lions, they will have to go into the wind and try to go 80 yards and score here on their first possession of the second quarter, their 3rd of the contest. And we'll see what Linton HMB elects to do here offensively. First 2 games, couple good runs by Holzer, but that second run was a light fumble, and then for the Lions, they had to punt after a good sack in the backfield that came by Miles Vance on 3rd down and long. And now the Lions, they'll be going from the south to the north end zone. Here is King at quarterback, dot in the I. Back at the 12-yard line with one wide receiver. Motion left to right, that's Fody in the tight end spot. This will be a handoff. This looks to go to Vetter. Vetter able to bounce out to the right-hand side, and Vetter tries to keep the pile moving to about the 23-yard line. Vetter kind of looks like Mike Olstad if he was in high school, just in terms of that body frame, just in terms of the size that he's at. 220, a load to bring down. Seeing some different players coming in, as also just checking in the contest for the Lions is Gentry Richter. One wide receiver split on either side. Fody on the near sideline yet again. As the Lions will come out 2nd down and 7, and Richter at the QB spot. Handoff, and this will go to the quarterback, the former quarterback in Trace King. And Tanner Purinton said they will see this with Gentry Richter as the game unfolded to see him possibly come out. Normally wears a different number than 40. Normally we see him on the offensive line. So Aaron Meyer now takes the left tackle spot with Gentry running the quarterback, and then you put Trace King, the quarterback, who's averaging 5.5 yards per carry this season at the running back spot, and King with his best rush of the night. 3rd down and short with Richter back under center. Hand up, looking to get to the left-hand side. That's going to be King, and able to get the first down. Or is that Holzer on the rush there? King wears 12, Holzer wears 22, and that'll be King. So King able to get a couple more yards to the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the rush. And Linton H&B will have their first down here of this second quarter, and this is what Coach Purinton was able to do last year in the 2020 9-man state champs. Trey Jacob had a school record 2,100 rushing yards in a season for the Lions. Then you had Lucas Schumacher, the quarterback, who eventually went to the Buffalo City to play basketball at the University of Jamestown here this fall. First down and 10 for the Lions. Fullback dive right up the middle, getting to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the rush, as that one's able to come up the middle there, and it looks like Vetter in on the rush, and it is for a healthy 2. Linton HMB, a squad that, taking a look at what they have, Linton, Hazelton, Moffett, Braddock, and then you have Strasburg and Zeeland. So 6 towns making up this co-op. And 9-man football a year ago, going up against some teams in the southeast region that had the former Class AA. So almost going up 2 classes in a sense, playing a team like a Central Cass or Kindred. This one going to get stretched right at the line. The Squirrels do a nice job coming in on that one. Marcus Bifford and a host of others, as that one able to get to about back to the original line. And Trace King maybe gets a half yard on the rush, brings up a 3rd down and 7 upcoming. The Central Cass Squirrels, you kind of look at their history again. We may mention earlier, semifinal round appearances in 2015 and 2018. Lost to Shanley in the 2015 semis, lost to St. Mary's in the 2018 semis. We'll love to get to that spot or even the Dakota Bowl here this season. Shotgun formation, King in the gun, steps back, has some time, now getting flushed here, throws it down the field, incomplete at the 43-yard line. As Vance, and make that Deutsch in on the coverage, as that one was trying to go to Fody on the post pattern, makes it 4th down upcoming. But for Linton HMB, that'll be their first pass of the game, incomplete, and the Squirrels' defense forces another punt. We'll see if the Lions, where they are on the field at about the 35, this might be a situation where you might have a little bit of trickery, or do you go for it here? Vetter, the punter, stands back at his own 25-yard line. Central Cass with 2 men back at their own 35. And we'll see if Linton HMB punting in this win. Low snap. Vetter able to get this one off. Line drive kick that goes to about the 38-yard line. And going to roll there to about the 40. And that's where the Lions will put their hand on the football and where Central Cass will start with it. Linton HMB a fumble and 2 punts in their opening 3 possessions for the Squirrels with 7:45 left to play in this first half. We'll start with their worst starting field position of the night at their own 40. Can't complain about that. Had it at your own 48, your own 42, and the Lion 39-yard line. Linton HMB won the coin toss. He elected to defer. So Lions will try to get a turnover, a quick 3-and-out, get the ball back to their offense. Where Central Cass do what you did in your first 3 possessions, a little balanced, and try to get back in the end zone. Play action. Maggio with the wind at his back, going deep down the field to Deutsch, and Deutsch almost comes up with another spectacular catch this season. Ball got batted out of his hands by Grant Bush at the last second at about the 24-yard line, makes it 2nd and 10. Maggio put that one on an absolute rope, and Deutsch was almost able to come back with another highlight catch this season. A couple weeks ago against Lisbon, made a one-handed catch and was trying to add to that little talent and what we've seen, kind of playing horse in terms of a back shoulder catch or having to come back for the football. 2nd down and 10 upcoming here for the Squirrels. Motion man going left to right. There's a tight end here, Ashton. This one going to be a read option up the middle as Wiersma with a break out of the tackle. Wiersma then gets to the first down and gets a stiff arm past it. Wiersma with 12 yards on the rush. It looks like that one was stopped right at a deer entering the headlights there, but Wiersma able to make the break of the tackle, get the first down for 11 yards. 11 carries for 86 yards for Wiersma, makes it 1st down and 10 Squirrels. Central Cass with all 3 timeouts remaining for Linton HMB. They have all 3 timeouts remaining as well in this first half of play. Play clock getting down to 15 as the Squirrels get to line. Linton HMB, we've seen just pretty much their rush of 4 here so far throughout the night. Wiersma up the middle, trying to dance, makes a cut now to the 45 to 40, and talk about going from, first to 4th gear. Wiersma does that really well, especially on that cut. Once he sees the lane, it's a good 2-3 yards as he's able to get that sprint, and he's been able to get into that 2nd and 3rd level a time or 2 here tonight. 9 yards on the rush, and Wiersma now knocking on the century mark. 12 carries for a 95 yards, and he has 1 touchdown here so far tonight for the Squirrels. 4 possessions here for Central Cass, and they're just able to find little creases, and particularly Wiersma with his patience and running here for Central Cass. Play action. Looking deep down the field for Deutsch again. Deutsch, that one's going to be incomplete, and there's no pass interference there. Good coverage on the play for Linton HMB. Grant Bush again in on that one. Makes it 3rd down and 1. Maggio's last 5 passes have been incompletions, but he's had a pretty nice night, though, so far. 74 yards through the air with a touchdown. Maggio is currently 7 of 14 right now. The last couple ones, they've taken the deep shot, and we'll see what they drop here on 3rd and short for Central Cass. The clock stops. The midway point here of this second quarter. Maggio back in that little pistol. Gives it to Wiersma. Wiersma with daylight in front of him at the 30. Wiersma to the 25. Wiersma trying to get another stiff arm, and he's wrapped up at the 23. 17 yards on the rush, and there's your century mark. Wiersma so far on the night, having a nice game of 112 yards rushing. Take a look at his last couple rushes. The last 4 for Wiersma, 11 yards, 9 yards, and 17 yards for Owen. His last 3 rushes for the Squirrels. Clock will continue to wind here for Central Cass as they try to get another touchdown on the board. Currently lead by 3 possessions. Up 17-0 here. Central Cass will send out 2 wide receivers to near sideline. Will Ellison in the slot. Deutsch to left-hand side. Wiersma in the backfield. This will be just a quick pass to Jake as drops the ball at about the 22. Makes an incomplete pass and will stop the clock. Leading receiver right now for Central Cass, Wiersma with the longest reception of 26 yards and a touchdown. You have Deutsch with 2 catches for 21 yards. Ellenson has 2 for 14, and Wisniewski has 2 for 11. 2nd down and 10. Get to an update with Kindred and Oaks here after this play, after 1 quarter of play. Low snap. This is going to be a handoff right up the middle. Wiersma to the 20-yard line. Wiersma trying to drag a line with him, and then he's wrapped up by Landon Bush for a second. Also in on the tackle is Trace King. Wiersma able to get a couple good yards of 5 healthy yards. After 1 quarter play, the Kindred Vikings lead the Oaks Tornadoes 21-0. Oak Grove leads Ellendale Edgeley Column with 10 minutes left to play in the first half, 14-6. Grovers with the lead over the Thunder. 3rd down upcoming here for Central Cass. 3rd down and 4 as they're inside the red zone for the Squirrels. Hand off Wiersma. Wiersma trying to dance his way, but the big man on the inside, Derek Vetter, the junior, just gives him a bear hug and brings him back down to the turf. Wiersma able to get about back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now with the wind at their back, the Squirrels are going to try a field goal. So this would be the longest field goal of the season for Central Cass. This will be about a 35-yarder upcoming here for Carter Verkota. And they'll make it a 34-yarder as well. They'll spot it. So this one will be Will Ellison, the holder yet again. On the season 3 of 4 is Verkota from field goals. Clean snap, clean hold, the right-footed kick. This one, it's good. A season-long 34-yard field goal for Verkota. It's now 20-0 Central Cass here late in the first on your live event.
Going to NESCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like every time I go to a meeting, like everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
Make sure you go to yourliveevent.com to check out the coming up games that we have of volleyball and football here in the fall. And then next week or 2, we will have our winter sports schedule from wrestling to basketball to hockey. That's all coming up. Search Your Live Event on Facebook and Twitter, or just go to yourliveevent.com and check out all the action that we have up and down the Red River Valley. This one, Carter Verkota, end over end. That'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And for Central Cass so far here tonight, they've got 4 possessions, 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals. For Linton HMB, this will be their 4th possession of this first half of play. The difference is a fumble and 2 punts. And if you had to ask Linton HMB if you'd only have 8 possessions potentially combined in this first half, the Lions would have taken it. But with how this game has played out, the Squirrels have made most of their opportunities and also have found a way to put one through the uprights or in the end zone. And for Linton HMB, again, you get the ball to start the second half. You're looking for one good drive here. Try to cut that deficit down and get the ball back to start the second half of play. Richter pitches it out. This is to King. King able to go behind Vetter for a couple of yards, about 3 yards on that one. King right now 5 carries for 5 yards. Holzer has 4 carries for 19, and Vetter has 2 for 8 on the night for Linton HMB. Taking a look at just kind of the co-op history for Hazelton, Moffett, and Braddock, the Tigers. Last year's their own varsity program was a few years ago, but for Strasburg Zeeland, that was in 2019 as their last varsity program before they joined last season. This on a handoff up the middle. That one gets right back to the line as the handoff there by Richter, as that was able to go to King, and that goes a 3rd down and 7 upcoming. We're taking a look at against Strasburg Zeeland, 9-man state champs over Maddock in 2001. They beat Linton in the semifinals. Then you go back to 77 and 78. The Zeeland Vikings beat Drake in the championship and beat Hope in 1978 in the championship. So now all these towns from 40 years ago starting to co-op with one another. Finley, Sharon, Hope, Page right now in football for another year. Linton HMB, again, they've been around for a little while as a co-op. 3rd down and long. The Lions need to get to the 30-yard line. Richter, play action, rolls right-hand side, looks down the field, and that's going to go to Landon Bush, incomplete at the 30-yard line. Looking for either Vetter at the 25 or Landon Bush at about the 30. Richter will have his first pass of the game go incomplete, and the clock stops with 2:52 left to play here in the first half. And Linton HMB will have to come on and punt one more time with Vetter. Standing back is Wisniewski and Deutsch at about midfield here for the Squirrels. As Vetter will come on at about the 12-yard line. He stands back. Play clock down to 5. See if the Lions can get this one up before delay of game, as it's at 0s, and there is the delay of game for Linton HMB. 3 penalties for 25 yards, 2 via the delay of game. Clock was already stopped with the incompletion, but now kicking into the wind. You'll mark it back 5 more yards, and now Deutsch and Wisniewski will go 5 more yards farther up at the return spot. For the most part, though, in the Red River Valley and across the state has been just great playing conditions for most of these Friday nights. This one kind of finally feels like the fall with a lot of people in either a jacket or a sweatshirt, hoodie, and we have another flag here. This will be a false start on the Lions, and another 5-yard penalty against Linton HMB. So that's 2 plays, minus 10 yards, and now Vetter is going to be pretty much standing in his own end zone here to try to kick this ball off. Again, the Squirrels with 3 timeouts remaining in this first half, so when they get the ball back, they'll have enough time to continue to try to run with Wiersma, also get a little bit of passing game going here. See if the Squirrels bring some pressure or just play for the return. Squirrels play more for return. This one might have got a little bit of a tip of a hand. Vetter gets the fortunate roll past the 35 down to about the 40-yard line, where the Squirrels will take over there after a 27-yard punt. For Central Cass, it'll be the second time tonight that they will start into plus territory, as they will have it at the Lions' 40-yard line. And for the Squirrels, back on the offensive side with Maggio. He's got twins to the near sideline, one to the left. Letting HMB with Landon Bush stands up on the line. We'll see what he does. He comes to it. Little play action. Maggio going in the flat. This will be incomplete. Thrown behind the intended receiver of Will Ellison. And makes it 2nd down and 10 here for Central Cass. Nice facility here. Take a look at what Central Cass has done over the last couple of years in terms of their softball facility, their football facility as well, all turf able to get, especially that softball facility from a couple years ago. A lot of college teams were knocking on the door, like Mayville State, Valley City State to play there. Had a couple of jamborees from teams from Class A and Class B across the state of North Dakota, as it was one of the only turf softball fields on this side of the region. Already getting a lot of action in the first couple of years. Here's a handoff. Wiersma bounces to the numbers. Wiersma to the 35 and gets tripped up there. We do have a flag that comes in at the 30. Right now looks to be about a 10-yard rush for Wiersma, barring the spot of the foul, which is back at the 33-yard line. Blocking the back on Central Cass, so this will be from the spot of the foul at the 33. And for the Squirrels, 2 penalties now in this game. This one will go from the 33 to the 43-yard line. Wiersma able to get a couple more yards on that particular rush, but second down and long upcoming, 2nd and 13 here for the Squirrels. 2 wide receivers, both split out either side. 2:27 left to play in the first half. Maggio, play action, has all the time in the world to throw, winds up, looking down the field for Wisniewski. About a foot too far for Frosty there at the 5, and that'll make it 3rd down and long. Since throwing with the wind, again, you just kind of see that little extra power, that little extra oomph there with Maggio just step up, wind up, and delivering. Game kicked off about 7:03 here tonight, so a little over. Almost 50 minutes in terms of actual time. The first quarter, Central Cass, if you just joined us, was able to get a touchdown to start the game with 8:56 left to play. A rushing touchdown by Wiersma of 12 yards. And Wiersma was able to get a passing touchdown from Maggio for 26, made it 14-0 Squirrels after one quarter. This one incomplete. Looking on the backhand side to about the 30-yard line, as that one's going to go incomplete for Central Cass, as Will Ellenson was the intended receiver. Update for you from Lemoore. Lemoore, Litchfield Marion 14, Enderlin Maple Valley scoreless at the half in 9B football. 4th down upcoming here for the Squirrels. So for the first time tonight, we'll have to come on and try to punt this ball away. Maggio also is the punter. 10 punts this season, 5 inside the 20, averaging 31 yards. A high snap. Maggio had to climb the ladder. Gets this one off, and a nice coffin corner as it takes a roll, but it goes into the end zone. So good job by Maggio to get the football first of all, and then puts a nice punt on that one. But the roll got inside the 20, and for Central Cass, their first time tonight, they have to punt the football. And for Linton HMB, they'll start at their own 20-yard line yet again, this time with 2:03 left to play in the first half for the Lions. Lions with all 3 timeouts remain as well. We'll see how quickly they want to get to the offensive line and try to get something brewing here. But so far for Linton HMB offensively, trying to just find that one person, that one guy to try to get something going. Holzer with 2 good rushes to start, but since then, the Squirrels have been able to kind of get through that gap, particularly up the front, that A gap, and stop it. This is a pitch play. This goes to King. King gets to the 20-yard line, cuts back into about the 24, keeps the pile moving to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the rush there by King, and King tonight has 7 carries for 10 yards, and we got a timeout on the field, the first one by Linton HMB. We'll break as well as the Lions also attending to Derek Vetter at the 23-yard line. We're back after this here on your live event.
If you want help from a firm who has integrity, respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the benefit of the community, then look no further than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys are dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, and Castleton, or visit our website at www.onsteadlaw.com.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
Back here in Castleton, again, they're looking at Derek Vetter. Derek Vetter, the right guard here for Linton HMB, as he's going to be helped off the field here. So for the Lions, they'll have to get a new right guard coming in here for the Lions and be ready to go. A good 5-yard rush, though, by King to start the drive, and timeout with 1:51 left to play here in this first half. Seeing a little bit of Gentry Richter at quarterback so far, alongside with Trace King. Richter is a freshman at 180 pounds. Looks like King will go back to the quarterback spot here with twins both left and right, and Vetter lining up to his right-hand side. Squirrels with 4 down linemen. This one will go right up the middle, and that'll go to King, and King able to get to about the 28-yard line. Able to get a couple yards on that particular rush, made it a 3rd down and short. And we'll have a timeout here. This one will be with Central Cass. 8 carries for 13 yards, as for Central Cass, they'll take their first timeout here of this first half, particularly, again, if you get a stop with the wind. Opportunity to get the ball right back and get some good starting field position for your 5th, make that your 6th possession of this opening 24 minutes of play. After tonight for Central Cass, they will close out the regular season here on your live event against Fargo Oak Grove. For Linton HMB, they will host Ellendale Edgeley Cullum, the Thunder, a week from tonight at 7 p.m. to close out their 2021 season here for the Lions. For Central Cass, they know they're in the postseason, so this game and the next game, as much as about getting some guys some reps, also feeling comfortable and maybe being in a 4-quarter game, because you look at the Squirrels, able to go up against Hillsborough Central Valley, and a lot of people probably had their eyes opened up a little bit to what Central Cass was able to do back on August 20th. Then they beat Thompson by 20, beat Sargent County on the road by 20 as well on September the 3rd, and then able to shut out Oaks 30-0 after that before their loss to Kindred. 3rd down and short here for the Lions. Central Cass looking like they're going to rush 5. They'll bring 4. King steps up, fires, throws. That's complete at the 15-yard line for 7 yards to Jace Jokum. So Jokum able to get that one, a 1st down here for the Lions. So Jokum able to get his first reception on the night. We got another timeout on the field. This one with 1:28 left to play in the first half. We'll break with them here on your live event.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises. Have you been thinking about upgrading your planter? Take advantage of up to 10% cash discounts on all precision planting equipment through August 31st. Rebates of up to $200 per row with Delta Force Beave Drive and Speed Tube are also available with cash discounts or our financing options. Now is the time to upgrade your planter at the lowest pricing of the season. Stop by for a visit. RDK Enterprises now open in Hillsborough and Drayton, North Dakota, or look us up at planterdoc.com.
Well, situational football, and Central Cass will call their 2nd timeout here of this first half. Again, you're looking for a fumble, looking for a quick stick, trying to get the ball back for Linton HMB. Just try to continue to what you've done the last couple plays. Positive yardage of 4, 5, 7 yards there on the pitch and catch. Kingston's back in the backfield. Shotgun formation with Central Cass. 4 linemen right at the line. We'll see if they bring some pressure on the outside. They don't. King rolls. Steps up, incomplete one hopper, the intended receiver of Jokum for Central Cass. Cooper Johnson in on the coverage, back at the 45-yard line. For Linton HMB through the air so far here tonight, they're 1 of 4 for 7 yards. They have 1 turnover, 4 penalties for 30 yards. For Central Cass, in comparison, 0 turnovers, 2 penalties of 20 yards, and 7 of 18 as Maggio through the air for 74 yards and 1 touchdown. 2nd and 10 for the Lions. 84 seconds left to play here in the first half. King has some time, picks up a block. Now he's going to rush past the 40 into close to Central Cass territory as they pop him out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. Best play from scrimmage tonight here for the Lions there. King now doubles up his rushing totals of 30 yards and stops the clock as well as he gets out of bounds. For Linton HMB, just a 2nd time here tonight that they're going to get to the 50-yard line. The last time they fumbled the ball there with Holzer. Trips to the right-hand side, one to the near sideline is Landon Bush. Shotgun formation again for King. King will have it on a QB keeper. Vetter gets the lead block, and King gets the numbers at the 40, and Deutsch throws him down at the 39, but Vetter with a great block there by Dean to spring the edge even more. So 11 yards on the rush, 10 carries now for 41 yards, and first down here for Linton HMB. They stop the clock to allow the chains to wind, and now they're right back at the line. 60 seconds to play in the first half, and the Lions trying to find a way to get in the end zone. 39 yards from there right now. King rolls right-hand side, steps up, fires incomplete. The intended receiver there for the Lions was Joe Fody, the senior tight end, at a 165. The clock stops with 50.6 seconds left to play here in this first half. Linton HMB, the first couple of plays of the game, again, they're looking to get that opportunity to run it right through the A gap or kind of go behind the guards. But what we've seen here on this drive is allow King a little bit of a dual threat, roll him out of the pocket, give him some more time, and give him the option to either throw or pass. Central Cass, they show pressure. They'll bring 5. King rolls right-hand side, crosses body with the completion at the 30. Linton able to get to the 20-yard line and taken down to about the 14. Grant Bush in on the reception to the 14-yard line. That's 25 yards with 40 seconds left to play in the first half. Best play from scrimmage tonight here for the Lions, and throwing on the run across his body there was King. And again, Linton HMB gets the ball to start the second half. 30 seconds and counting here in the second quarter. King back in the gun, trips to the right. They roll the pocket right-hand side. King's going to keep it. King gets to the 10-yard line and wrapped up at about the 9, and a timeout here comes by the Lions. A 5-yard rush. The clock will stop with 20.4 seconds left to play here in this first half, but King able to get that one. 11 carries now for 46 yards. This drive has gone 71 yards down the field, and it's been the most yards they've had so far here tonight. And again, for Linton HMB, the 2 opportunities to hold Central Cass to just field goals might come back here. If they can put this one in for 6, they can find themselves just by 2 possessions and a half. That's been really dominated by the team clad in red here tonight in Central Cass. Timeout again by the Lions. They'll have it second and 5, ball at the 9-yard line. For the first time tonight, Linton HMB inside the red zone. Lions so far this year, most points that they've put up in a game is 20. They've done that twice against Oak Grove and Southern McLean in their second win of the season. First 2 games, a win at Hazen, then Southern McLean they were able to win. Lose to Kindred, lost by 22 against Lisbon, lost by 2 against Sargent County, 19-point loss against Oaks, and a 3-point loss against Oak Grove. So they've been close in 2 of their last 3 games, trying to get that one and find a way to get back in the win column here. Second and 5, ball at the 9. King, QB keeper. King bounces it out to the near side of the line. Someone loses a helmet. King gets to the 5. King gets close to the end zone. Do they mark him in, or is he down at the 1? Looks to be just shy, as they'll mark him down at about the half-yard line. So 8 yards on the rush, and the clock will stop as well. So if you don't get in, about the next best thing that could happen. That play took 8 seconds off the clock, but Linton HMB right now trying to get in the end zone with a first and goal upcoming. First and goal upcoming here for Linton HMB. Ball at about the half-yard line. And Coach Butler wants a timeout. We'll break with him. 12.3 seconds left to play in the first half. First and goal for the Lions. Timeout by Central Cass here on your live event.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
For the Lions, knocking on the door, and Mr. King has kind of been the party here, particularly in this drive right now. He's had a pass of 25 yards to Grant Bush, a number of rushes, and one thing that Linton HMB has done well here in this drive is they've allowed King to be in a more of a shotgun formation and allow him to roll left or right, give him a dual threat option. And King has made the right play more times than not so far on this drive. But now with 12.3 seconds left to play in the half, can Central Cass's defense make a stand, or can the Lions get to the pay dirt for the first time here tonight? This one, I formation, King under center. Fullback dive to Vetter. Vetter into the end zone. Is he close? There's no signal yet. There it is. There's the touchdown single with 9.5 seconds left to play in the half. Vetter with a half-yard plummet in the end zone. And Linton HMB for the first time tonight has found pay dirt as they trail it by 14. Vetter 3 carries for 9 yards and a score. And Linton HMB able to get their first points of the evening on a very impressive 40-yard drive that took 1 minute and 54 seconds off the clock. And they'll come out for the 2-point conversion, trying to make it a 14-point deficit down to 12. In the gun is King. And we'll have another flag here, as this one will be a false start penalty and bring them back. So that 2-point conversion now will go all the way back to the 8-yard line. And these are some of the things that Coach Purinton was talking to us about now, as he'll take a timeout here and try to find a play for the 2-point conversion back to the 8-yard line. Last 2 minutes, it's kind of felt like a basketball game where everyone's got 3-4 timeouts remaining. One possession game, want to take a timeout to either drop an offense or get to your defense. Regardless, for Linton HMB able to get on the board and find a way in this first half, which started out rough. 7 points right off the bat for Central Cass and a Wiersma rushing touchdown. Second play from scrimmage at midfield. Holzer had the ball popped out of his hands, and the Squirrels took advantage, made it 14-0. Squirrels got up 17-0 in the opening 13 minutes of this game, and it felt like Central Cass was going to find a way to really extend the lead even more. But since then, for Linton HMB, able to find a way and continue to just to be in a puncher's distance right now, particularly with how this first half has ended here. King in the gun. They'll roll him out right-hand side. King throws across his body. Incomplete. A flag comes in at the 12-yard line. Holding on Linton HMB. That one will be declined. And we'll have kickoff upcoming here with 9.5 seconds left to play here in the half. So the point after attempt is no good, but we have a new score. Central Cass 20, Linton HMB 6 here on your live event. Back here in Castleton on homecoming night, the Central Cass Squirrels lead it by 14 points here for Central Cass. Central Cass, a state championship team in 1980. They defeated Watford City in the Class B championship 26-12 that season for Central Cass. They went 12-0, outscoring their opposition by an average of 32-11 on the season here for the Central Cass Squirrels back in 1980 in the Class B championship over Watford City. Vetter will put the ball on the tee at the 40-yard line. And for the Lions, we'll see what they do here. This one, a line drive that'll roll past the 35. The Squirrels will just get on it properly back at the 30. Able to do that there, as able to come up with it was Deutsch. And for Central Cass, they'll handle it with 9.5 seconds left to play at their own 30-yard line. And this is the worst starting field position of the game for the Squirrels. They've handled it twice inside Linton territory. Had at the 40, 42, and 48. See what they come out here. Linton HMB with their safeties playing 20 yards off the line of scrimmage. Trying to keep everything as much in front of them. Linebackers about 7 yards off the line. Low snap, Maggio. They're going for the hook and ladder, incomplete. They're trying for the hook and ladder and not bring just one, but two particular Squirrels down the near side here, and almost like a rugby play. kind of get that pitch going, as they had Deutsch, and alongside with them they had Owen Wiersma, and that is a 1-2 combination. And now brings up 2nd and 10, and it looks like Central Cass will just put this one to a knee, and they'll go to the half up by 14 points. As all they have to do is hike the ball, take a knee. That's what they'll do. And we'll go to the half on homecoming night here in Castleton. The Central Cass Squirrels lead it by 14. They scored 14 points in the first, 6 points in the second. Linton HMB shut out in the first, but they score 6 points in the second. Our halftime show is coming up next here in Castleton on your live event.
If you're in need of Minnesota and or North Dakota high school athletics coverage, head to yourliveevent.com so you don't miss out on moments like these.
Straight up the middle, bounces, he's open, he's down the field, touchdown, Nuggets!
Go to our YouTube page at Your Live Event, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Intercepted!
Follow us on Twitter at Your Live Event 1 and on Facebook at Your Live Event.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
The Ada EDA is committed to improving the quality of life for Ada residents by providing assistance to new and small businesses, developing and assisting with affordable housing to provide economic growth in our community, and including building incentives with affordable lots in great locations with amenities, and also city property tax abatement and free city utilities. For information, contact City of Ada 784-5522 or visit the City of Ada website adamn.gov.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country. Experts in every field.
As we're back here in Castleton on our halftime show, let's recap what happened in the first half of play for both of these clubs here tonight. Central Cass opening drive, that went 42 yards, 3 minutes and 4 seconds went off the clock. Owen Wiersma with a 12-yard rushing touchdown and a Carter Verkota point after attempt made it 7-0 Central Cass. Then after a fumble from Linton HMB, the Squirrels were able to go 58 yards, capped off by a Maggio to Wiersma 26-yard touchdown reception. Maggio hit Wiersma in the flat. Wiersma was able to pick up a block at the 10, got in the end zone down the near sideline, and a Verkota point after attempt made it 14-0 Central Cass after the opening 12 minutes. 61 seconds into the second quarter, you had a Verkota 21-yard field goal, and then 8 minutes later, Verkota went the distance this time from 34 yards for a season long. Now 4 of 5 from the field goals for Verkota made it 20-0 Central Cass. And Linton HMB able to have a really nice drive on their final possession of the first half. 80 yards, went just under 2 minutes. Vetter capped it off with a 1-yard fullback rushing touchdown. Linton HMB trails it 20-6. Here at the half. As they're honoring the homecoming court here tonight for the Squirrels, the homecoming king and queen, which are coming into the picture right now. Jalen Cotton is the queen. The king is Frosty Wisniewski here for Central Cass, and all 5 of the homecoming court are Central Cass Squirrels football players as well on the guys' side. But again, that is your homecoming court at midfield, and Central Cass will also honor the 1991 boys basketball team. At the half, it's the Squirrels 20, the Linton HMB Lions 6. We'll take a quick timeout. Back after this with a look at the first half numbers on your live event.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
Starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Schedules can be a slippery slope. With yourliveevent.com, that's just not the case. Find schedules for select Minnesota and North Dakota high school athletics at our website. That's www.yourliveevent.com. For schedule updates, follow our social media pages. Never miss again when it comes to scheduling with your live event.
Emery Vistos Implement has been family-owned and operated since 1935. Located in Oaks, North Dakota, they sell CarQuest automotive parts and numerous lines of agriculture parts, from edible bean equipment to air compressors and pressure washers to Georgia and Rocky boots and grills. Anything you need is under one roof at Emery Vistos Implement. Stop in just south of Oaks on Highway 1 or go online to vistoimplement.com. That's vistoimplement.com for more information.
Back on our halftime show as they again announce the homecoming king and queen and honor the 1991 boys basketball team here at the half on a little bit of extended halftime show that allows us to take a look at the numbers and your out-of-town scoreboard here. Chase Miller alongside with Reggie Funk in Castleton. Take a look at the first half numbers. Team numbers first for Central Cass. 127 yards rushing on the ground on 18 attempts, 74 yards passing. Total yards of 201 right now for the Squirrels. 2 penalties for 20 yards and 0 turnovers. For Linton HMB, 115 total yards, 82 yards on the ground on 17 attempts with 33 yards passing for Linton HMB. The Lions with 5 penalties for 35 yards and 1 touchdown that resulted in 7 points for Central Cass. And if you look on that scoreboard, if the Lions don't turn the ball over there, an opportunity maybe that the score is a little bit different right now, but still the Squirrels took advantage and found it in the end zone for their second touchdown of the game. Individual numbers for Central Cass. Owen Wiersma over the 100-yard mark. He's got 1 touchdown rushing with 124 yards on 16 attempts. Majo has 1 rush for 1 yard, and then you have Wisniewski, and that is Isaac Wisniewski for 2 yards rushing. Majo through the air, 7 of 19 for 74 yards passing and a touchdown. The leading receiver is Jake Deutsch with 2 receptions for 21 yards. Ellison has 2 receptions for 16 yards. Wisniewski, that's Frosty, 2 receptions for 11 yards. And Wiersma has 1 reception for 26 yards and a touchdown for Central Cass. Wiersma right now from the line of scrimmage, 150 yards and 2 touchdowns here for the Squirrels. For Linton HMB, they're led by King, as King so far is having himself a nice night for the junior. Trace with 12 rushes for 54 yards. Through the air, he's currently 2 of 5 for 33 yards passing for the Lions. Holzer 4 carries for 19 yards, and Vetter has 3 carries for 9 yards and a rushing touchdown. Grant Bush 1 reception for 25 yards, and Jokum 1 reception for 7 yards here for Linton HMB. The Lions 2-5 on the season, 0-5 in a Southeast play. For the Central Cass Squirrels, 6-1 on the season and 4-1 in Southeast play. Again, at the half, it's Central Cass 20, Linton HMB 6. We come back, we'll take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard. That's still to come on our halftime show here on your live event.
We built Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
The team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Going to NESCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like every time I go to a meeting, like everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
If you want help from a firm who has integrity, respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the benefit of the community, then look no further than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys are dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsboro, and Castleton, or visit our website at www.onsteadlaw.com.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises. Have you been thinking about upgrading your planter? Take advantage of up to 10% cash discounts on all precision planting equipment through August 31st. Rebates of up to $200 per row with Delta Force V-Drive and Speed Tube are also available with cash discounts or our financing options. Now is the time to upgrade your planter at the lowest pricing of the season. Stop by for a visit. RDK Enterprises now open in Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota, or look us up at planterdoc.com.
Back here on our halftime show, let's take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard. Some finals in 11B football. Hillsboro Central Valley over Grafton, 35-0 for the Burros, who improved now to 7-1 on the season for the number 2 team ranked in the state. Also, in Southeast Region play in 11B, Kindred at the half leads Oaks 27-6. Allendale Edgeley Cullum leads Fargo Oak Grove 28-14, and a final Lisbon over Sargent County. That game at North Sargent High School 40-6, a final in that one. Lisbon over Sargent County. And an upset, number 5 Velva Garrison loses to Bishop Bryan for their first loss of the season. Bishop Bryan a 20-12 winner in that one. And a little bit of a surprising one, Fargo North 11A football, the number 3rd rated team in Class 11A, leads West Fargo Cheyenne, the number 2 team in 11AA football at the half. It's Fargo North 13, West Fargo Cheyenne 7. Coming into tonight for the Southeast standings, Kindred was 5-0, Central Cass 4-1 alongside with Oaks. Where it stands right now, Kindred would improve to 6-0, and they would be the number 1 seed. They would clinch the 1 seed out of this region with a win tonight against Oaks. They can win it outright, barring what happens next week. Central Cass, and with the results that are happening right now, if everything stays the way they are, Central Cass would automatically be the 2 seed from this region entering 11B play. Oaks would drop to 4-2, tied with Lisbon, but Oaks owns the head-to-head. Then Sargent County is a game behind both Oaks and Lisbon as Sargent County plays against Oaks next week. Oak Grove at 1-4, and then Linton HMB and Ellendale Edgeley Column on the backhand side here for the Southeast region. Reminder, football fans, for tomorrow, the 9B postseason bracket will be announced. All 24 teams in 9B football this year, 8 regions. If you win your region, you're automatically earning a bye into the second round of the 9-man playoffs. And then from there, it kind of just depends on how everything shakes out as they continue to go. If you're a higher seed, you'll host. If a couple seeds get beat, and then it'll go to a little bit different of a format. But if you win your region, same thing in 11B. If you win your region in 11B, you will be a seed. So as it looks right now, Kindred will be the seed. Then it's just a matter of, are you seeded 1 through 4, respectively, that they've had so far throughout this year. Series history with these two teams dating back to 1975. Linton HMB, again, is coming off of playing 6 straight years in 9-man, while Central Cass played the last 24 seasons in Class AA football dating back to 1997. Linton HMB with 6 state titles in program history. Their first since 2003 was last year, beating Cavalier in the 9-man championship. They have 5 state titles in 9-man, 1 in 11-man. Their 1 in 11-man came in Class A, a 7-point win over Mayville Portland back in 1990, just for Linton at that particular time. Linton HMB, again, though, joins the fold in 2000. Again, for Linton HMB, 9 Dakota Bowl appearances. That started in 1993 for the Dakota Bowl. For Central Cass, 1 state title back in 1980. They have not made the Dakota Bowl, and 0 state runners-up in their program history. At the half, again, Squirrels 20, the Linton HMB Lions 6. The second half is still to come as Linton HMB will get the football to start the second half of play. Reggie Funk, the cameraman, Chase Miller with you here tonight from Castleton. Make sure you go to yourliveevent.com to check out the remainder games that we have for Region 1 volleyball, Region 2 volleyball, what we have on the Minnesota side of the border, and EDC Class A volleyball and football upcoming over the next couple of weeks. Again, go to yourliveevent.com and you can check out the complete rundown of what we have here throughout the month of October. We're back after this with the second half action on homecoming night in Castleton on Your Live Event.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
you're in need of Minnesota and or North Dakota high school athletics coverage, head to yourliveevent.com so you don't miss out on moments like these.
Straight up the middle, bounces, he's open, he's down the field, touchdown, Nuggets!
Go to our YouTube page at Your Live Event, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Intercepted!
Follow us on Twitter at Your Live Event 1 and on Facebook at Your Live Event.
As we come back here to Castleton, getting you ready for this second half of play. Linton HMB will start the second half with the football. They're opening possessions of the game, a fumble, 3 punts, and a touchdown. For the Central Cass Squirrels, 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals, a punt, and the end of the first half. And they're putting this one on the tee. Carter Vercoda kicking from the north to the south end zone as the wind continues to still howl here in Castleton. This one rolls all the way down to the 8-yard line as Linton HMB will pick it up there to about the 10 to the 15-yard sideline, 20, and the Lions then getting wrapped up at the 23. Justin Chosick in on the return, and Linton HMB will start with it there after a good return for Chosick, actually after he got pinned down on the near side here for the Lions. So this will start with 11:53 left to play in the third quarter. And for Linton HMB, an opportunity to make this a one-possession game for the first time since the opening 6 minutes of the contest to try to get back within a possession here. One wide receiver split out either side. Grant Bush on the near sideline. As the Lions will come out here with the I formation. King handoff. This goes to Holzer, and Holzer gets met right at the line and a tackle for a loss. Great job coming in the backfield there for Central Cass. As this one, Gershey, the sophomore linebacker, comes in at 5'11" at 205 to get the 1-yard tackle for loss. Holzer now 5 carries for 18 yards, and for Linton HMB, I'll come out here with a 2nd and 11. Linton HMB written on the back for Central Cass in their home reds with the black pants and Squirrels. 2nd and 11, shotgun formation. This is what we saw from Linton HMB late in the first half. They were able to get some good momentum here because of plays like this by King. And King gets tackled from behind but gets a couple of yards to the 25-yard line. The Squirrels come in on a tag team. Miles Vance and Isaac Williams in on the tackle. This able to get back to the 25-yard line for a couple of yards there for King. 13 carries now for 58 yards as these are one of the things for Linton HMB with King again, able to put him in the gun, give him that opportunity to pass or throw. There's 2 completions so far on the night between Linton HMB quarterbacks. Linton HMB sees a 4-man front from Central Cass. King getting Vance in the backfield, and that's going to be another sack. And this one comes by Miles Vance yet again, the senior with the 2nd sack of the night. This goes all the way back to the 13-yard line, and that'll be a loss of 12 yards. Tough one there. Again, you're trying to roll out the pocket, give your quarterback a little extra time to throw, but when you got big Miles Vance chasing you at 6'2", 210, makes it tough for King. And for Linton HMB, they have to come out and punt yet again tonight, and this one into the wind. Opening 2 minutes of this third quarter, this will be the 4th punt of the night for the Lions. As Vetter able to get this one off, and this one will go out of bounds and over the Linton HMB coaches. And this should be close to the 25, maybe even the 20-yard line here for the Squirrels. And they're going to mark it. They keep going, and that's to the 20-yard line. So a 7-yard punt makes it 1st and 10 for Central Cass right at the red zone. With 9:49 left to play here in the third quarter. Ball will be at the 20-yard line, and for the 3rd time tonight, Linton HMB will start, or make that Central Cass, they'll start in Lion territory. As they handle it here, 2 wide receivers, left-hand side, 1 to the right. Maggio in the backfield. Owen Wiersma so far on the night, 150 total yards of offense with 2 touchdowns. 1 on the receiving side, 1 on the rushing side. Stepping up is Maggio. Maggio looks for Deutsch in the end zone, and Deutsch has it! Deutsch has it for a 20-yard receiving touchdown. And the Squirrels now lead it 26-6. Deutsch, 3 receptions now the night for 41 yards and a touchdown. for Maggio. That's his second passing touchdown of the night. This now 94 yards of total offense, and continue to climb the record books is Mr. Deutsch. 12 touchdowns on the season, and now has 800, make that 685 yards receiving so far for Deutsch. Low snap, clean hold. This one end over end, and that one is good. And new score, it's 27-6. Central Cass leads it here in the third quarter on your live event.
The Ada EDA is committed to improving the quality of life for Ada residents by providing assistance to new and small businesses, developing and assisting with affordable housing to provide economic growth in our community, and including building incentives with affordable lots in great locations with amenities, and also city property tax abatement and free city utilities. For information, contact City of Ada 784-5522 or visit the City of Ada website adamn.gov.
As we're back here, the Central Cass Squirrels 27-6, and it waste too much time there on the play from the 20-yard line. Able to come down the near sideline. They find Deutsch for 20 yards, and in doing so, Deutsch now with a school record 12 receptions via the touchdown on the season, as this kick is going to go to the end zone, and the Lions will start the ball at their own 20-yard line. Very reminiscent to the opening couple minutes that we saw in the first quarter, where Linton HMB just spotted Central Cass, great field position. Tell you what, when you get that kind of real estate, feel like you're in a lakefront property somewhere. Able to just have an easy stroll on a Friday evening. And for the Lions right now, they got a little momentum going in the half, back within 2 possessions. That one has gone right out the door as they trail it by the most points so far here tonight at 21. I formation again. This will be a handoff. Vetter bounces to the right-hand side, and Vetter gets wrapped up right at the 20-yard line as the Squirrels able to come in on that particular tackle, able to almost get a half-yard loss on that one as Deutsch was there, and that's going to make it 2nd down and 10. Vetter, 4 carries for 9 yards and a touchdown. And we'll see what Linton HMB can try to muster up here in this particular third quarter. If Central Cass does score again before Linton HMB, mercy rule in North Dakota again is 30 points. Shotgun formation, King in the gun. King, QB keeper, bounces to the near sideline, able to get to the numbers, close to the first down here, and he's going to have the first down and taken out of bounds at the 33-yard line. That's been about one of the better plays from Linton HMB, is just allow King to get to the edge, Vetter get a lead block, and continue to move the chains here for the Lions. Linton HMB, taking a look at their roster coming into tonight. Again, just 2 seniors on this team. You got a bevy of juniors and sophomores for this Lions club, and after playing 9-man, able to get back to 11-man, and now getting a couple more reps under their belts. Not to say that this season is over, but a game and a half is remaining on their 2021 schedule to continue to get guys like King and company some valuable experience here in varsity football. This one across the middle to Grant Bush is incomplete at the 40. Makes it 2nd down and 10, and that's one of the things. Talking to Coach Purinton, said future is still very bright here in Linton. After a 9-man state championship, yeah, there's some frustration, and yeah, there's some disappointment in terms of the season and what you thought you could kind of bring to the table in Southeast football going up against the Sargent County's Oaks of the world, but taking a look ahead, this is a great chance for some of these guys to show the coaching staff what they have against a very good Central Cass club here tonight. 2nd down and 10, King QB keeper, and King is going to get walloped in the backfield. Nice job coming in as Isaac Williams able to bring King down and just wrapped him up at the ankles. It's going to be for a half-yard loss. 16 carries now for 58 yards for King. For Linton HMB, King has the most yards so far from the scrimmage, 58 yards rushing and 33 yards passing. Makes it 3rd down and long into this stiff north breeze here tonight in Castleton. Second possession of the second half here for Linton HMB. They'll come out in the gun with Vetter to the right-hand side of King. See what the Central Cass Squirrels do here on the front. Currently have 4 down linemen. They'll bring 4. They set up the screen to Vetter. This is a middle screen. Vetter makes the catch, but coming in on the tackle is Isaac Williams. Except the screen as they got all 4 Central Cass linemen past. But Williams was able to get the tackle before Vetter could get any steam going forward, and it brings up a 4th down here for Linton HMB. So Vetter, his first reception of the night, his 4th on the season, and the aforementioned Vetter will have to come on and punt. 4 punts so far here tonight for the Lions. This one a high snap. Vetter, the right-footed kick, a line drive rocket that goes past the 45 and will die at about the 42-yard line on that punt. 26 yards, and Central Cass will handle it. 1st down and 10 at the 42. Another punt on the night for Linton HMB, and for Central Cass, they'll come out with it with 7:27 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Ball will be spotted at their own 42-yard line. Can't complain about where they've started so far here tonight. 4 times they've started at least between their 40 and the 50-yard line here for the Squirrels. 3 times they've started into Linton territory. Their worst starting field position is their own 30 for Central Cass. Handoff, Wiersma. Wiersma to the 35. Jukes a man, gets close to about the 48-yard line. 6 yards on the rush for Wiersma. Wiersma, 17 carries for 130 yards, and we have an injured Squirrel on the play. We'll break as well. Getting close to the midway point here of the 3rd quarter. The Squirrels are up by 21 here on your live event.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country. Experts in every field.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
As we're back here in Castleton for the Squirrels, coming off the field is Frosty Wisniewski, and he is the homecoming king here tonight as well. So Wisniewski will come out. Kelly Burns, the trainer here, take a look at him as it will be 2nd down upcoming for the Central Cass Squirrels. Leading it by 21 here midway through this 3rd quarter play, and a chance to continue to add on to that. We're going to see Cooper Johnson check in at wide receiver here for Central Cass. They will need the 48 of Linton for the 1st and 2 downs here. This will be a handoff as Wiersma has it on the stretch play. Wiersma looking for a block, spins, has the 1st down, and continues to drag Lions with them to the 47. So 5 yards on the rush, and Wiersma continues to add on to his total. A nice workman-like kind of game. 18 carries, 135 yards, and a touchdown. You just keep looking down, you see another 5-yard, 6-yard, 7-yard rush. He's a man that's been on a mission, and also particularly here for Central Cass, a guy who throughout the season has continued to handle the rock and the workload rather nicely for Coach Butler. Again, in his 3rd year at the helm here for Central Cass. Twins to the near sideline, 1 to the left. Linton HMB, they will have 4 guys coming to the line. This one will be a stretch play to Ellenson. Ellenson gets the 40 and close to the line to gain. See where they mark him here. That might be just a nose of a football short for the 1st, or will they give him the 1st down? They'll say it's 2nd, so about 9.5 yards on the rush. Makes it 2nd and about inches upcoming here for Central Cass. For the Squirrels, they've had 4 different players so far with the rush with Majo, Wiersma. You've seen Isaac Wisniewski and Ellenson there. Makes it 2nd down and 1 here for Central Cass. Wiersma back. Motion man is Ellenson. This time they give it to Wiersma up the middle. Has the 1st down. He's going to get taken down by Vetter. Dean Vetter's just everywhere. From a year ago, again, a 2nd-team All-Stater in 9-man football. And you're seeing why. 2 yards on the rush by Wiersma. 19 carries for a buck. 37 right now and a touchdown here for Central Cass. 5:35 left to play in this third quarter. This game started again at 7:03. A little bit of homecoming festivities at the half. Now the Squirrels trying to cap a homecoming week off with a win here tonight on the football field. First down upcoming, ball at the 37 of Linton, far hash. Wiersma, a little shake and bake, a little hesitation, and then he's able to get past the line for about 4 yards on the rush. One thing that we've seen from Wiersma do a really good job tonight, too, is falling forward, getting that extra yard or two. When he's able to spin, juke, and then if he does get wrapped up, able to get that extra half yard or yard on the particular play. As that one, they'll spot it at the 33-yard line. As coming up on our post-game show, we'll get to our players of the game. Also, after this play, we'll update you on 9-man football between Enderlin Maple Valley and Lemoore Litchfield Marion. Take a look at your out-of-town scores and a look ahead. That's all coming up. Ellison will handle this one. This on a jet sweep, able to get to the 30-yard line and pop there at about the 25-yard line as Justin Chosick comes in on the tackle. And Chosick is still on the ground right now. This looks to be about a 10-yard rush, and they're going to attend to Chosick here on the near side. We'll break with them. 4:36 left to play in the third. Squirrels up by 21 here on your live event.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Schedules can be a slippery slope. With yourliveevent.com, that's just not the case. Find schedules for select Minnesota and North Dakota high school athletics at our website. That's www.yourliveevent.com. For schedule updates, follow our social media pages. Never miss again when it comes to scheduling with your live event.
As we're back here in Castleton, as Chosick is able to come off the field under his own power here for Linton HMB. The Central Cass Squirrels will handle it just outside the red zone. First down and 10 here for Central Cass. Deutsch on the left-hand side, and the pistol there is going to be Brendan Monjo. Wiersma in the backfield. This one hand off to Wiersma. Wiersma at the 25-yard line, able to spring free to the edge of the 20-yard line. Stiff arms a man and gets into the red zone. Pushed out of bounds at about the 18. They'll mark at the 16-yard line. 7 yards on the rush. 21 carries now for 148 yards for Wiersma. And second down and short upcoming here for Central Cass. Lemoore Litchfield Marion leads it over Enderlin Maple Valley after 3 quarters of play. It's the Lobos 20, the Falcons scoreless in 9B football. Earlier today on your live event, Hillsborough Central Valley defeated Grafton 35-0. Maggio has some time. Pocket collapses right now. Maggio dances left-hand side, looks for a completion, finds Deutsch at the 10, and Deutsch gets tackled at the 8, but we'll have holding upcoming here on Central Cass. The Lion coaching staff was kind of helping out our head official here tonight. That spot will be at the 21-yard line. Just the first penalty of the second half, the third of the game for the Squirrels. This will be 3 penalties now for 30 yards, and this will be from the spot of the foul, so mark it all the way back to the 31-yard line. We'll have a second down and long upcoming, about 2nd and 15 here for the Squirrels. Got trips to the right-hand side, 1 to the left. One on the left-hand side is the 6'3 junior and Cooper Johnson. And they'll reset the play clock here. Linton HMB will handle it with 4 down linemen. We've seen kind of that 4-3 front, and then at times kind of looks like more of a 4-2 front once it's able to get to this one. Here comes a second down for Central Cass. Clean snap. Maggio, 4-man rush here for the Lions. Maggio rolls right-hand side, fires incomplete. Clock will stop. Just over 4 minutes left to play. Maggio in this contest is 8 of 21 for 94 yards and 2 passing touchdowns. Deutsch, the leading receiver, 3 receptions for 41 yards and a score, and the Squirrels lead it by 21. Central Cass trying to get to 7-1 on the season, 5-1 in East-Southeast region play. You look at the eastern side of the state, a lot of really good teams with Langdon, Hillsborough, Central Valley. Take a look at one of them here tonight in Central Cass and Kindred, and don't count out a Harvey Wells County team either in that northeast region. Here comes Maggio, 3rd down and long. They're able to get it to about the 22-yard line and taking a knee there for a 9-yard completion, able to go to Will Ellenson. This would be 3 receptions for 25, make that 23 yards. Over 100 yards passing now is Maggio, able to have 103 yards on the night. And for the Central Cass Squirrels, they'll come on and kick this field goal, as this one will be at the 39-yard field goal attempt upcoming here for Central Cass. Play clock goes down to 4. We might need a timeout here. Coach Butler does call a timeout. Not sure they had enough men at the line. I think they were missing one particular player, and they called a timeout. First one by Central Cass. We'll break with them. 3:20 left to play here in the 3rd quarter on your live event.
Emery Vistos Implement has been family-owned and operated since 1935. Located in Oaks, North Dakota, they sell CarQuest automotive parts and numerous lines of agriculture parts, from edible bean equipment to air compressors and pressure washers to Georgia and Rocky boots and grills. Anything you need is under one roof at Emery Vistos Implement. Stop in just south of Oaks on Highway 1 or go online to vistoimplement.com. That's vistoimplement.com for more information.
For the Central Cass Squirrels to come on and try to put this one through the uprights, as Verkota Carter will come on and do the honors. Ellenson will hold here for Central Cass. This one from the far hash, a 39-yarder. We've seen so far tonight a 21 and 34-yarder made by the Squirrels kicker. This for a season-long right-footed kick, a line drive kick, and that one's going to miss wide right. Field goal is no good, but for the Central Cass Squirrels, they milk a little bit of time off the clock, 4 minutes on that particular drive. And for Central Cass, you take a look at their possessions. First 4 were all scores, punt, half, touchdown, and now a missed field goal. And for Linton HMB, they'll come on for their 3rd time of this 3rd quarter as they'll handle it. First down and 10. Ball will be at the 20-yard line here for the Lions. 3:15 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Linton HMB, 5th time that they've started at their own 20-yard line. As the Lions will come out here, we've seen Gentry Richter at quarterback. We've seen King as well. King will come on under center this time. With dot in the eye looks to be Holzer. Nathan, the junior, at 160. This would be a play action. King goes across his body into the wind, and that one's going to be picked off by Central Cass. Back at the 35-yard line. Josiah Crandall will come up with that one. So it's the first interception of the game for either team. King went across his body into the wind, a very difficult play. 2nd turnover of the game, and Crandall comes up with the interception. And Central Cass will handle it at the 36-yard line of Linton HMB with 3:10 left to play here in this third quarter. This will be the fourth time tonight that the Squirrels have started into Lion territory. 1st and 10, handoff Wiersma at the 35. Wiersma jukes out a defender, makes a cut back to the 30, and then Wiersma, most of the first down, might be about a yard shy. 9 yards on the carry here for Owen. 157 yards rushing for Wiersma. 2nd down and about a half yard here for Central Cass. Wiersma getting awfully close to surpassing the 1,000-yard rushing mark right now on the season. As Wiersma has 995 yards on the year on the ground. Needs to get a good 5 yards, and he'll crack the century mark here for the 6-foot junior. This one goes to Ellison on the jet sweep. Ellison gets out of one tackle, make it 2, and then taken out about the 25-yard line. Able to get 2 yards on the rush. Coming in on the tackle for Linton HMB, Justin Martin, this junior at 230. 2 yards on that one for Ellison. So far here in this third quarter, 3 carries for 21 yards. We have another injured Lion on the field. And 2:08 left to play here in the third quarter, and that injured Lion is Landon Bush, the junior at 180 defensive end here for the Lions, alongside with tight end for Coach Purinton. We'll break as well. Squirrels up by 21 late in the third here on your live event.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
The team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
Back here in Castleton, 27-6 as Landon Bush is coming off the field here for Linton HMB, and we've already seen also coming off the field earlier tonight was Justin Chosick here for the Lions. So this particular game, and for Landon Bush, the junior at 180, he will come off the field here, and a guy that's done a little bit of everything for the Lions this particular year. 12 receptions, 173 yards coming into tonight. You can keep it there with 1 touchdown. Also plays on a defensive end spot with Aaron Meyer. And now they'll have to go a little bit farther into their roster. Cashton Mosier, the freshman at 165, will check into the game here for the Lions. Central Cass will handle it 1st down and 10. Ball will be at the 25-yard line here in the pistol formation. This one, handoff, Wiersma right up the middle. Wiersma gets the 20-yard line. Wiersma to the 15, and Wiersma gets taken down at the 14-yard line, 11 yards on the rush, and there is the 1,000-yard mark now on the season for Owen Wiersma. Able to have 1,006 yards on the season for Owen. And Central Cass has a quarterback who's thrown for over 1,300 yards, and then you have a receiver as well in this year that has nearly 700 yards in Deutsch. So just kind of a three-headed monster for the Squirrels. They'll handle it. 2 wide receivers, right, 1 to left-hand side, and the pistol is Maggio. As Maggio calls out the offense, has a quick little screen as that's going to go to Deutsch. Deutsch at the flat, able to get to about the 11-yard line, and that's where he's going to get wrapped up there. That's for Central Cass. That one, Trace King in on the tackle, not before 4 yards to Deutsch, though. 170-yard passing now for Maggio. Deutsch, 4 receptions for 45 yards. And 2nd down and 6 upcoming here for Central Cass. Squirrels so far this season. Games at home, a 20-point win against Thompson, a 30-0 win against Oaks, and a 41-8 win against Lisbon, and they will finish the regular season off at home a week from tonight against Oak Grove right here on your live event. 2nd down and 7. Wiersma handoff. Wiersma able to get past the 10 to about the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the rush, and that can be the final play of the quarter if Central Cass wants it to be. 24 carries, 172 yards for Wiersma. Looks like Central Cass going to go to the 4th quarter. After 3 quarters of play here, it was a 20-6 game at the half. It's now 27-6 Central Cass going to the final 12 minutes of play here on homecoming night. The Squirrels will hand it with a 3rd and 4 at the Lion 8 when we come back here on your live event.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Going to NDSCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like every time I go to a meeting, like everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
Back here in Castleton, the Central Cass Squirrels lead 27-6 over Linton HMB. Chase Miller alongside with Reggie Funk here in Castleton. Again, a week from tomorrow, 9B playoff football starts in the state of North Dakota. Lamore, Litcham, Marion undefeated. You have Weimar Lidgerwood, a really good program as well. Cavalier, Mayport, CG, some of those squads on the eastern side of the state. Western side, Divide County, New Salem, Almont have had really tremendous seasons alongside with Nelson County. In 11A football, you kind of have Jamestown, Bismarck, St. Mary's, Fargo North. South trying to find a way to get back into that playoff picture as well. In 11AA, it's been West Fargo, Cheyenne, and Bismarck Century, and kind of feels like everybody else in that particular division. Here, though, in 11B, the Squirrels up by 21. They give it to Wiersma. Wiersma gets past the 5, close to the line where he needs the first. Be about a yard shy of that, so a 3-yard rush. 25 carries now for 175 yards and brings up a 4th and 1. Ball will be spotted at the 5-yard line. So clock should continue to wind here on a 4th down and 1. And it'll be at the 5-yard line. They'll need to get to the 4. Deutsch to the right-hand side with Wiersma dotting the I. Maggio will go under center. Don't see him under center too many times. This one will be a handoff. Wiersma gets the 5-yard line into the end zone. Touchdown, Central Cass. And Wiersma back at it again. He's got 1, he's got 2, and now his 3rd touchdown of the night. Central Cass now leads it 33-6 via a 5-yard rushing touchdown from Wiersma. 26 carries, 180 yards, and another touchdown. You add that to his 26 yards receiving, over 200 yards of offense here tonight for the Squirrels from Wiersma by himself. Central Cass will come on as Deutsch will have to come on the field here with the play clock winding down to 10. It's coming on for the point after attempt again for the Squirrels as Carter Verkota, the 6'1 sophomore. Here's a right-footed kick, end over end, and that one is through. New score, 11:37 left to play in the 4th. Central Cass 34, Linton HMB 6 here on your live event.
If you want help from a firm who has integrity, respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the benefit of the community, may look no further than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys are dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsboro, and Castleton, or visit our website at www.onsteadlaw.com.
Central Cass leads it by 28. Mercy Rule in North Dakota is 30 points entering the second half of play. So Linton HMB is unable to score here, and the Squirrels are able to put it back on. What the mercy rule is, again, is even off incompletions, the clock will continue to wind. And HMB, though, talk about a club that was down 20-0. Felt like going into the half. They have an 80-yard drive in less than 2 minutes of play and got it down to 20-6. Capped off by a Derek Vetter rushing touchdown. And then the second half, Central Cass started with a flurry in the third quarter with a 20-yard passing touchdown. Maggio to Deutsch, and this one is an end-over-end kick that's going to go to about the 33-yard line. Linton HMB able to handle that one with Grant Bosch to about the 37. And for the Lions, they'll handle it here at their first possession of the fourth quarter. A good starting field position at the 36-yard line. And the Central Cass Squirrels are showing you why they're a problem and kind of how it looks right now. It looks like Central Cass would host Harvey Wells County in the postseason in a couple weeks. And the Hornets are not a team that to be reckoned with either. A squad that has Langdon and Hillsborough Central Valley in their particular region. Both losses against Langdon and Hillsborough by just one possession each. Play action. King now pocket collapses, rolls near sideline, throws it, and is that going to be caught at the 46? No, they'll say incomplete as they were looking in on the play there to Jokum as that one's incomplete. Second down and 10. Upcoming here. King now through the air so far tonight is 3 of 9 for 33 yards and an interception. Richter is 0 for 1 passing. We've seen Richter in play a couple of series here for Linton HMB, and then they move King to the running back spot. Second down and 10 for the Lions early in this fourth quarter of play. Game that's over 2 hours old now. One wide receiver on either side as this one will be under center for King. Handoff goes to Vetter. Vetter trying to get to the edge. He's got it at the 40-yard line, then continues to muscle his way to about the 42, maybe close to about the 43. So 5 yards on the rush for Vetter. 5 carries for 14 yards. 5 yards rushing here in this second half on 2 carries. Makes it third down and manageable here for head coach Tanner Purinton and the Lions. And now with this particular score, we'll see if both squads, particularly the home team in Central Cass, if they start bringing some fresh blood on the field, both offensively and defensively. But third down and 5 here for Linton HMB. This will be a handoff. This will go to Vetter. Vetter cuts back in, and he gets the first down. Got tripped up by Kate Olsen Tinglestead, but then able kind of went airborne there, and Vetter able to get the 5 yards and the first. This will be to the 48-yard line for the Lions, and ball will be right at that Central Cass emblem and logo at midfield, as this is Linton HMB line football, just kind of good old smash mouth football, able to get your big guy there in Vetter and allow him just to continue to run either left or right with King under center. King handoff, this play stretch left hand side Vetter, and Vetter that time not going to get back to line. Good pursuit by Miles Vance, who's had a very nice particular evening. Second down and 10 upcoming as Vetter is able to get back to line. 7 carries now for 19 yards. And who you're seeing at the fullback spot is Riley Richter. Riley, the older brother of Gentry Richter, who's the freshman. Riley, the sophomore. And now they go to the shotgun formation. Under 10 minutes to play here in regulation. Trips to the right, 1 to the left, 13 seconds on the play clock. Squirrels right now with 4 men at the line. See if they bring some pressure. They will. They'll bring 5 as King going to keep it. Gets into Central Cass territory past the 50 and gets tripped up there as coming in on the tackle look like Cade McKinnon. And that'll be a 4.5-yard gain there by King. 17 carries now for 62 yards. Makes it third down and 6 here for Linton HMB. They will need the Squirrels' 42-yard line here for the Lions. As they'll have one man split out to the left-hand side. Trips the near sideline here. Good to see Justin Chosick back in the game as well for the Lions, who left via the injury earlier in the third quarter. Third down upcoming. They're going to the aforementioned Chosick deep down the field, incomplete at the 16-yard line. In the coverage for the Squirrels is Josiah Crandos, already has 1 interception on the night. Makes it 4th down here for the Lions and for Coach Purinton. We'll see if he elects to punt or if he tries to go for it here with the ball at midfield and the wind at his back. Clock stops with 8:50 to play here in the fourth quarter. You can kind of hear through our crowd mic the wind continue to howl here on this Friday, October the 8th. But again, for a lot of folks in our viewing region in the Red River Valley on the eastern side of the state of North Dakota. Again, it's been pleasant weather to say the least. Crazy to think a year ago at this time we had snow. 4th and 6 here for the Lions. Shotgun formation. They set it up the screen play to Vetter, incomplete. Central Cass was ready for that particular play. We got a turnover on downs. 4th possession of the second half. A turnover on downs on the Lions. And for Central Cass, they'll handle it. Ball will be at the 48-yard line with 8:45 left to play here in the fourth quarter. In this second half for Central Cass, a touchdown, a missed field goal, and a touchdown. They've scored in every quarter, 14 in the first, 6 in the second, 7 in the third, and so far was 7 here in the fourth. Reggie Funk, the cameraman, handling the duties tonight. Chase Miller with you from Castleton. Glad you're watching 11B high school football here on your live event. Handoff right-hand side as the Squirrels bringing some new players into the contest, as it'll be a rush of Jay Dutt, the 5'8 senior, and on the tackle was Dean Vetter. So Dutt will get his first carry of the night for Central Cass, and Coach Butler able to bring some new guys in the fold and continue to get some reps here. Central Cass, again, very good so far at home this season, as they've been able to put up 42 points against Thompson, 30 points against Oaks, 41 against Lisbon, and so far here tonight, 34 points against Linton HMB. This one, a handoff back to Dutt as you have a new quarterback in the game as well. Carter Maggio, the younger brother of the starting quarterback Brendan, as that's able to go for about 3 yards. Second down and 9 gets to about a 3rd down and 7. The Squirrels will need the Lions 42 for the first. As they'll come out twins to the right-hand side, 1 near sideline here is the Lions. 4 down linemen. Maggio in the pistol. Takes a drop, little play action, flips it down the field. That one's going to be almost complete at the 38-yard line, as the intended receiver for Central Cass, that looks to be Will Ellenson. And that'll make a 4th down upcoming, and the clock will stop. Final for you in 9-man football, the Lobos go unscathed in the regular season with a 34-0 win over Enderlin Maple Valley. Closest game for the Lobos this year. In fact, in the regular season, Lemoore Litchfield Marion outscored their opposition 463-12. For the Lobos, outscoring their opposition this year in 8 games in the regular season for the Lobos. This one will come out. Punting opportunity here for Central Cass. Maggio, Brendan, will come on a line drive kick. That'll roll past the 25, takes a squirrel roll past the 20 and inside of the 19-yard line. A good punt there of 32 yards. And for Central Cass, they'll get some defensive guys out there for Linton HMB with 7:14 left to play here in the fourth. They will come out deep inside their own territory. For Central Cass, that's their first punt since the latter part of the second quarter. Or the Lions will handle their 5th possession of this second half at their own 19-yard line. Still to come, we'll get to our player of the game. Recap what happened in this one. Take a look at the scoring numbers that's still to come. We got a timeout here for Central Cass. We'll break here on your live events. The Squirrels 34, the Lions 6. Linton HMB with the ball, and we come back here on your live event.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises. Have you been thinking about upgrading your planter? Take advantage of up to 10% cash discounts on all precision planting equipment through August 31st. Rebates of up to $200 per row with Delta Force V-Drive and Speed Tube are also available with cash discounts or our financing options. Now is the time to upgrade your planter at the lowest pricing of the season. Stop by for a visit. RDK Enterprises now open in Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota, or look us up at planterdoc.com.
As we're back here in the fourth quarter, Linton HMB will come out with King in the shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers either side. Central Cass, 4 down linemen. Clean snap. King has some time. Throws across the middle. Incomplete. The intended receiver, Justin Chosick. And that'll make it 2nd down and 10. Final for you in 11B football. The Kindred Vikings defeat the Oaks Tornadoes by a final of 47-12. Kindred again with the win, 47-12. That's a final. They're now 6-0 in conference play. Oaks drops to 4-2 now, tied with Lisbon, but they have to head-to-head over the Broncos to try to be the 3rd seed out of this region. 2nd and 10 here for the Lions as King continues to be in the gun. Squirrels with some new faces out there on the line. They bring 4. King, though, able to get around him for a moment. Gets to about the 24-yard line. At 5 yards on the rush by King, and that's been one of the better particular runs we've seen. Carter Samick able to come in, and there'll be 5 yards upcoming here on 3rd down that Linton HMB will need. 18 carries for 67 yards for King rushing. As the Lions are back to the line with 1 wide receiver split out either side on the I formation. Central Cass with 7 men in the box. Handoff. This one going to be bounced back by Holzer. Holzer cut back in at the 25-yard line. Got about 1.5 yards, and that was it for Holzer. 6 carries now for 20 yards in this game. And Linton HMB will handle it. 4th down upcoming here for the Lions. Linton HMB, a squad that kind of looking at some of the years that they played 11-man and 9-man football. Class A champs and back in 2011, last 6 years playing in 9-man. 4th down and short, 4th and 3. King, handoff. This one's going to go to Vetter, and Vetter gets stuck in the backfield. Great pursuit from Central Cass from Cameron Parker as he got back there. Might have got a little nicked up as well, but Vetter tackled right at the 26-yard line and lost 1 yard, makes it a turnover on downs here for the defense. And the Central Cass Squirrels defense, the last 3 possessions, an interception, turnover on downs, and turnover on downs. So 5:51 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Central Cass will handle it at their 26-yard line of Linton HMB. Vetter 8 carries for 18 yards, and for Central Cass, they'll handle it here, 1st down and 10. So Squirrels getting ready here as they bring a couple new players into this contest. Who's coming in? Jayton Michaels, a 5'11 junior into the game. Also into this contest, you're going to have Josiah Crandall playing a little bit more on the offensive side, and Caden Graber, the 5'8 freshman. 4 seconds left to go on the play clock here as the Squirrels quickly get to line. This one will be a handoff right-hand side for Central Cass to about the 25-yard line. Isaac Wisniewski able to get that particular rush for about 1 yard. Wisniewski now with 2 carries for 3 yards on the night. Central Cass also getting some linemen on the interior. Randy Plants, a 6'1 freshman into the contest. With him, you also have Jacob Schneider, a 5'10 junior at 185 pounds on the left-hand side. And then playing center here right now is Kemfer Pearson, a 5'9 junior for the Squirrels. 2nd down and 9 for Central Cass. Clock continues to wind, just over 5 minutes to play here in regulation. Handoff, this one goes right up the middle to Wisniewski. Wisniewski will get past the 25 and drag a couple lines with him to about the 23-yard line. Linton HMB in on the tackle, Riley Richter. As that's able to get for Wisniewski now 3 carries for 5 yards. Central Cass, a squad that continues to impress, but again, if you look at where the standings are coming into tonight, Harvey Wells County, a team that's lost twice to Langdon and Hillsborough, but by 1 possession. That might be the game of the first round between those 2 teams. This one batted at the line, incomplete. As that one will come down underneath. Trying to make the sprawling attempt was Joseph Fody, trying to get that particular reception in. I think you're going to give Central Cass an opportunity kicking in the wind to come out. Final for you, Ellendale Edgeley Cullum defeats Fargo Oak Grove 28-14. So EEK over Fargo Oak Grove 28-14. The Grovers drop to 1-7 on the season. EEK improves to 1-7, and the Thunder will square off with Linton HMB a week from tonight. 40-yard field goal upcoming here for Carter Vercoda into the wind. Line drive, end over end kick, going to come up short here with 4:29 left to play in the fourth quarter. Second missed field goal attempt by Central Cass, and for Linton HMB, they'll handle it with 4:29 left to play here in regulation as they will come back on the field. Coming up, we'll get to our final numbers in this one. A little bit of a record-breaking night if you're just joining us. Jake Deutsch had a 20-yard receiving touchdown in the third quarter to start with 9:44 left to play in the third, and he's able to have 12 receiving touchdowns now in the season, which is a school record here at Central Cass. Also, Wiersma has 3 touchdowns in the game, 2 on the ground, 1 in the air receiving on a little flat. He went 26 yards down the near sideline, able to pick up a block in the middle part of the first quarter. And Central Cass, they have never trailed in this game, got up by as much as 20-0 in the first half, lead it by almost 30 points here in the fourth quarter. Vetter dots the I. King under center, handoff. This goes to Vetter. Vetter breaks it free past the 20 to the 25, 30, and Vetter continues to run. Vetter into squirrel territory. Vetter stiff arms a man to the 30. Vetter to the 20. Can anyone catch him? Vetter hot steps in the end zone. Touchdown Lions. This goes 80 yards, and Derek Vetter has his second rushing touchdown of the night here for Linton HMB. Dean Vetter, 9 carries now for 98 yards and a touchdown. And quickly, just like that, an 80-yard rushing touchdown for Vetter and a new score. The Lions are just down by 22. And for the Lions there, longest play from scrimmage from either team here tonight. Late in the fourth quarter, they'll come on for the 2-point conversion as Dean Vetter dots the I with Richter, the fullback, and King under center. Pitch play to Vetter. Vetter cuts back in, has enough wind, and gets the 2-point conversion. 34-12. Now goes to 34-14. Lions down by 20. Back with kickoff after this here on your live event.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
How about that? Mr. Dean Vetter coming into tonight had 246 yards rushing, but able to now have, just in this particular game again, 8 carries for 98 yards, and he had 6 rushing touchdowns. Now make it up to 8 on this season. Has a reception as well. And for the Linton HMB Lions, not going away quietly here with 4:13 left to play in the fourth quarter. A squad that came into tonight 2-5. With this result, they would drop to 2-6. For Central Cass, they came in at 6-1, trying to get to 7-1 on the season. Third-year head coach for Tommy Butler. Tanner Purington, phenomenal job last year. Third year as coach as well. A mark of 20 wins and 8 losses under his tenure here for the Lions. And Vetter continues to do a little bit of everything as we'll put this one on the tee. And we have a timeout for Central Cass, as just trying to take a look at what the position might look like here and if the Lions might go for the onside kick. We'll keep it here with the ball still placed right at the 40-yard line here with Vetter. So Coach Purington talking it over with his club. Coach Butler coming over with his club right now, making sure they got the right guys on there because don't want to give up a onside field goal. Still down by 3 possessions are the Lions. But still, as we saw right there, you're one play away from everything kind of going the other way a little bit. But on homecoming night, Central Cass has looked really good, leading at 20-6 after one half of play. Amajo to Deutsch, 20-yard passing touchdown in the third. Central Cass added a Wiersma 5-yard rushing touchdown early in the fourth. Got up 34-6 until that Dean Vetter 80-yard rushing touchdown, and Vetter will come on and put this one back on the tee here for the Lions. And Central Cass right now, they're going to have 7 men right at midfield at the 50-yard line as we're getting ready for this one. And we'll see if Vetter, if he kicks it deep with one returner back or what he does. There it is. There's the deep kick. This will roll at the 5-yard line and roll into the end zone with the wind behind it. And Central Cass will handle it. First down and 10. Ball spotted at their own 20-yard line. This will be their 6th possession of the second half. 4:09 left to play in the fourth. For the Squirrels, very productive night yet again. They came in averaging 30 points per game. They're pretty much right at their averages. They average 30 points per contest, and defensively they give up 15, and now we have a timeout by Linton HMB. So we'll break on this timeout. 4:09 left to go in the fourth quarter. The Squirrels will try to run out the clock when we come back here on your live event. On Your Live Event, go to yourliveevent.com to check out what we have on schedule next week. A bevy of volleyball games upcoming next week. Some more Friday Night Lights as well. And then get ready for the 9B playoffs. Tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., they will release the bracket. So the bracket will come up for 9-man postseason. 24 teams are making the postseason, with the region champs being the top 8 seeds. That bracket will come out again at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning for 9-man postseason football in North Dakota. For Maggio in the pistol formation, this will be a handoff near sideline here for the Squirrels. Squirrels able to get a couple of yards past the 20 to about the 23-yard line as that comes in for Isaac Wisniewski on the rush. Wisniewski so far here tonight, now with 4 carries for 8 yards. What Central Cass needs to do is continue to get 3-4 yards and continue to clock. And milk the clock a little bit here, trying to get 1 first down, and that one's going to be pretty close to doing it if they continue to run the ball on the ground, get about 3-4 yards, take another 40 seconds off the play clock, and let this one wind. 2 wide receivers right-hand side, 1 to the near sideline here. Linton HMB will handle it with 4 linemen up front. See if they bring some pressure with Dean Vetter at that linebacker spot. Handoff. This one will come to the near sideline here, and the Squirrels have the first down and some. Cutting back into the 45-50, and another great play. Isaac Wisniewski able to get to Lion territory after he was at the 23. Nearly a 30-yard rush. That'll be of 28 yards, and Wisniewski now with 5 carries on the night. Able to handle it now for 36 yards. And Central Cass, they're at about 1 first down away from just needing to get into victory formation, take a bunch of knees on homecoming night, and able to win their 3rd straight contest. Their lone loss in game at Kindred, that was close at the half and even late into the 3rd before the wheels kind of came off here. Wisniewski bounces right-hand side, and Wisniewski gets wrapped up and taken down about the 46-yard line. And on the tackles, going to be Nathan Holzer, part of the party. That'll be 3 yards on the rush. Wisniewski able to have 6 carries now for 39 yards. Ellenson has 3 for 21, and Dutt has 2 for 4. Leading the way was Wiersma, though. 26 carries, 180 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns with a 26-yard reception and a score to boot receiving here for Central Cass. Squirrels will come out as they continue to look at the play clock, down to 5, and now they're getting ready for it here with Maggio. Stretch handoff to Wisniewski this time, and that one is not going to really go anywhere for Central Cass, into the game. That's Jay Dutt wearing 21. Wisniewski wears 31, and that goes back to about the 48-yard line of Central Cass, so that'll be a 5-yard loss here for the Squirrels. Third down and long here for Central Cass. Postgame show is coming up next as we get you set for the weekend. And next couple weekends then, high school playoff football for about a month on Saturdays. 9B, then we get to 11B, then we get to the 11A and 11AA down the line here in a couple weeks. All roads to the Dakota Dome, the Fargo Dome for the Dakota Bowl on November the 12th. A little over a month away from this one. Handoff, this one goes up the middle. Squirrels able to get to about the 47-yard line. In on the rush, Drew Urbach, the 5'1 freshman, able to get his way and get a couple of yards and get in the record books here tonight. Urbach with his first rush. That goes 4 yards. And for the Squirrels, if they don't get this first down, looks like they're just going to punt this one away here on the 4th down. And for Linton HMB, they'll have just under 30 seconds left to have one more particular possession in tonight's game. Brendan Maggio stands back at his own 43-yard line with 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Central Cass will just take, looks like the delay of game here, and that's what they'll have at a delay of game as the clock will go down to 24.9 seconds left to play. Delay of game on Central Cass, their 4th penalty of the night for 35 yards. For Linton HMB, they've had 5 for 35. Difference of this game, though, a couple turnovers by the Lions. A fumble with Holzer, and then King trying to force one down the middle in the 3rd quarter was picked off, and Central Cass was able to take advantage of those particular turnovers, put some points on the board, and you look at a 20-point game, able to score some points off turnovers. That is part of the puzzle here for Central Cass on how they've been able to win this contest tonight. That one's going to roll down to about the 31-yard line. Able to get 21 yards on the punt by Brendan Maggio, and with 15.8 seconds left to play, Linton HMB will come on for their final drive of this game, and we'll see if it's just a QB knee or possibly another handoff to Dean Vetter and see if Vetter can try to scamper one more time. This would be just under 70 yards for a touchdown. He had one rushing touchdown just moments ago, again of 80 yards. One wide receiver either side as King will come out under center here. This will be a handoff. Holzer up the middle. Holzer gets past the 30-yard line to about the 35. 4 yards on the rush, and that one will do it. A final on the scoreboard. Central Cass wins it 34-14. Linton HMB with 8 points in that particular 4th quarter for the Central Cass Squirrels. They were able to have 7 points in that quarter. Final rush of Holzer of 4 yards on that one. 7 carries for 24 yards. Our post-game show's coming up next here on your live event.
If you're in need of Minnesota and or North Dakota high school athletics coverage, head to yourliveevent.com so you don't miss out on moments like these.
Straight up the middle, bounces, he's open, he's down the field, touchdown, Nuggets!
Go to our YouTube page at Your Live Event, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Intercepted!
Follow us on Twitter at Your Live Event 1 and on Facebook at Your Live Event.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Ses Vanderhoef, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Ses Vanderhoef, a passion that grows.
The Ada EDA is committed to improving the quality of life for Ada residents by providing assistance to new and small businesses, developing and assisting with affordable housing to provide economic growth in our community, and including building incentives with affordable lots in great locations with amenities, and also city property tax abatement and free city utilities. For information, contact City of Ada 784-5522 or visit the City of Ada website adamn.gov.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country. Experts in every field.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
Welcome back to our post-game show where we'll put a bow on this one, get to our player of the game, and take a look ahead. Central Cass wins it 34-14 over Linton HMB. At the half, it was 20-6 Central Cass, and the Squirrels added on to that total here in the second half. Maggio hit Deutsch for a 20-yard touchdown. Deutsch again with now 12 receiving touchdowns on the season. That is a school record. Wiersma then had a 5-yard rushing touchdown, his second of the game on the ground, his third in the contest, made it 34-6 Central Cass with 11:37 left to play in regulation. Then Linton HMB had an 80-yard rushing touchdown with Dean Vetter, and Vetter was able to hit Pater for the second time tonight, and that made it 34-14, the final. Again, Central Cass with the win. Final numbers in this one. For the Squirrels, 345 yards of total offense, 244 on the ground with a buck with a 101, make that 107 through the air. Squirrels finished with 4 penalties for 35 yards, no turnovers. For Linton HMB, 222 yards of total offense, 189 on the ground, 33 through the air, 5 penalties for 35 yards, and 2 turnovers here tonight for Linton HMB. Individual numbers, Owen Wiersma with 26 carries for 180 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. He would also finish with 1 reception for 26 yards. Maggio 1 carry for 4 yards. Urbach 1 for 4. Wisniewski, and that one again was Isaac. 6 carries for 39 yards. Ellenson 3 for 21, and Dutt at 3 carries for -1 yard in this game. Maggio through the air, 107 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. 1 went to Deutsch, 4 receptions for 43 yards. You had Ellenson, 3 receptions for 23 yards. Wisniewski, 2 receptions for 11 yards, and that was Frosty, the homecoming king, and Owen Wiersma, 1 reception for 26 yards and a touchdown for Central Cass. For Linton HMB, they were led on the ground by Dean Vetter, 9 carries, 2 touchdowns, 98 yards. Trace King, 18 carries for 67 yards, and Holzer, 7 carries for 24 yards. King through the air, 20, make that 33 yards passing and an interception. Richter was 0 for 1. Grant Bush, 1 reception for 25 yards, and Joachim had 1 reception for 7 yards. That's a look at the numbers and the final stats in this one. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll put a bow on this, name your player of the game. That's all that come on homecoming night. Squirrels win it by 20 here on your live event.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
Starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Back here on homecoming night, Central Cass wins it 34-14 over the Linton HMB Lions. With us now is running back Owen Wiersma. Owen, congratulations first and foremost on the win, especially on homecoming night. That makes it a little bit sweeter. Can you just talk about, I talked with Coach Butler about the guys up front in the pregame show. They were able to open up a couple of lanes for you. What did you see out there tonight here against the Lions?
I just saw big gaping holes. It's like, these are the biggest holes I've ever seen in my life. And I wouldn't be able to run as many yards as I could this entire year without them. So, yeah, it's huge.
Talk about that play that you caught on the near sideline here. You got a big block from your teammate, wide receiver, able to get in there. What did you see on that play to get that second touchdown of the game for you?
Well, I mean, I just caught the ball, saw no one in front of me, led, blocked. Yeah.
Simple enough there, right?
Simple enough, yeah.
Can you talk about what's it like playing on this team, particularly, with Brendan at quarterback and also Jake able to break the school record tonight for receiving touchdowns in a game? What's it like to play with not just those guys, but it seems like there's so much talent on the offense and defensive side?
Yeah, I think every single person on our team is a big contributor. We're just a huge family out here, and we all have chemistry to trust each other, and it's just a huge factor, not just the big guys, just everybody.
I got to ask you go from 0 to 100 in a blink of an eye. It feels like you put that foot in the ground, you're able to get 4 yards, able to get to the second level. What do you see out there? What does the line do for you to kind of put that foot in the ground and get north to south?
The line's just pretty much doing what they're supposed to do, and then whatever I see, I hit it, yeah.
Last thing for you, how sweet is it to win on homecoming night, particularly one game left in the regular season, to go up against a good squad like the Lions here and find another W?
It's huge. I mean, more people, bigger crowd, show up, look cool.
Always fun. Owen, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
We'll go from there. We'll go to the head coach here, Tommy Butler, third-year head coach for the Central Cass Squirrels. And, Coach, we kind of mentioned on the pregame show, going back to saying, about the line play, and you knew that Dean Vetter was going to be a load, and particularly Derek Vetter, what those guys were able to do, flying all over the place, but you're able to do enough with the guys up front and kind of hit the edge. What did you see as this game kind of unfolded and got up by a couple scores early?
Yeah, I think initially they came out and kind of pounded us a little bit in the middle. We had to switch up kind of what we were doing, our game plan as far as what we were playing. I mean, our initial game plan of what we were going to do, we were going to play an odd front. Ended up switching up to an even front, to getting some bigger bodies in there to try to take away some of those gaps. And I thought we responded really well. The only one that was a little frustrating was at the end of the half. We're trying to get some timeouts and stuff like that, and we just had a couple mistakes that we made, and they ended up scoring on it, taking advantage of it. But again, I love the way that we responded second half with our guys. I thought, we came out and we said we were going to come out, we were going to shut them down. And then we were going to go score, and that's exactly what we did. I told our guys that that's a championship response. That's what the good teams do. You make mistakes, but can you learn from it and respond? And I thought that's exactly what we did.
Two things to talk about. Jake Deutsch, there's probably not enough superlatives, adjectives, name your word about him in terms of what he can do as a senior on homecoming night, obviously with the win, but able to get the school record as well on homecoming night. What has he meant to this year's team?
He's just a special talent. He's really grown his time here. Coming from West Fargo, he's been good. He's been really good for our team, and just again, his athletic ability is unreal. But I think his leadership is continued to grow every year. And he's a big game player. He wants the ball. He wants the ball thrown to him offensively, defensively. He's willing to stick his nose in there and make tackles on big backs. So he's what you want in a senior captain. Willing to take on all of those leadership roles.
How about the guy to the right of you here, Owen? I got him now for over 1,000 yards rushing this season. He had over 200 yards total of offense here with 3 touchdowns. Seems like a scat back, but also can bring a little bit of power. What'd you like from Owen here tonight?
I think my favorite thing, and I don't even know if he knows I tell him this every time, but just about every time he scores, what do I tell you when you score? I always tell him when he comes on sideline, I always say, "You're really good, man. You're really good." Like some of the cuts that he makes are just ridiculous. His last touchdown run, like you said, just the ability to, his vision and patience is some of the best I've ever seen from a high school kid. But like that last touchdown that he had, everything's bottled up, and it's one step, make a guy look foolish, and then walk into the end zone. And that is so hard to do as a high school kid, and he's only a junior. The guys up front do a lot for him, but there's times when they get beat, and this dude just makes plays, and again, I think that's just a testament to our team. Sometimes we get massive holes that we can drive a truck through. Sometimes he's got to do it on his own, and it's a full team game. That's what I love about this, guys.
Final thing for you, it's another home game to close out the regular season against Fargo Oak Grove a week from tonight right here on your live event. The scores that came in, Kindred wins, Lisbon able to get the W and EEK over Fargo Oak Grove. So we kind of know where everything's going, at least on the top end of this region. But what do you want to see with one regular season game left? What can this team do well over this next week before you get to the postseason here, Tommy?
I would say finish. We had some drives that we came down and we stalled out on. Kick some field goals. Carter Vakota has been huge for our team this year. That's just a weapon that we have. But it's finish. We got to finish drives. We got to finish the half. Finish the game there at the end. So I want to see our guys finish drives, and then honestly just be in attack mode. We've been talking about that for the past couple of weeks. It's just attacking teams, coming out and playing with no fear. When we play like that, we're a really tough team. But when we, kind of get into our own heads a little bit, or we make mistakes. Again, that's why I love the way we responded tonight. Was we made mistakes, but we came out and we said, "Yeah, we'll shrug it off, and then we'll finish. We'll finish that first series off coming out of half, and that's what I want to see from our guys to get ready for the playoffs."
Hey, Tommy, congratulations on the win. Best of luck moving forward next week as you finish off this thing in the regular season against the Grovers, okay?
Hey, appreciate it. Go Squirrels.
Tommy Butler and Owen Wiersma with us here on your live event as they pick up the win on homecoming night. 34-14 again is the final in this one. So all that we have to do left is name our player of the game and take a look ahead. And, well, you kind of heard from him right there, Owen Wiersma again, over 1,000 yards rushing now on the season, over 200 yards of total offense on this particular game. Probably a 1A and 1B. Jake Deutsch with 1B because he did have a school record here tonight in terms of what he's done throughout the season. In 8 games, 12 receiving touchdowns and almost 700 receiving yards as well. The Squirrels pretty much hit their averages. 30 points per game, 15 they give up. They got 34. They gave up 14 here tonight. And for Linton HMB, a bittersweet game without question. Some injuries. Good to see Jokum come back into this contest. But Dean Vetter, just a load. I mean, you saw why last year as a junior, he was an all-state performer in 9-man football. And if he's not an all-state performer, he will definitely be an all-region, Southeast region kind of player here for Linton HMB. The Lions, two-way player, able to play both sides of the ball from a middle linebacker spot to a running back spot. Have 2 scores in this particular game. Squirrels again win it 34-14. That is our final. So Central Cast a week from tonight will square off with Fargo Oak Grove at 7 o'clock right here on your live event. For Linton HMB, the Lions, their next game will close out the regular season against EEK a week from tonight in Linton at 7 p.m. On behalf of Reggie Funk, I'm Chase Miller on homecoming night here in Castleton. Thank you very much for tuning in to high school athletics here on Your Live Event. Make sure you go to yourliveevent.com to check out the complete list of schedule of games that we have throughout the month of October. Good night from Castleton, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.